Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Monday, and it's time for Miz TV. It looks like we got a couple bombshells and Lita out there with the Miz. You're right, Miz. I am the man. Woo! Oh, she's talking about his balls. Miz loves to talk about his balls. We got WrestleMania coming up, and he's even got a song dedicated to his balls for the WrestleMania soundtrack. Must be nice to know that Maurice didn't get around before The Miz. Hi, everybody. Good to see you in here, Walter and Harley. Robert, good to see you in here. Picola, Ravi, and Sophie, and Film. Make sure that I am live. It does look like I am live, so. Woo! Oh, Miz, she does not respect the Miz. It's nice to know that Becky doesn't respect a veteran. Why now? And then Miz said, give him a cheer, and then the crowd decided to cheer for him a little bit. Oh. Why return now to play backup to Becky Lynch? Woo! Oh, here comes Bayley and the riffraff. This'll get good. We knew that was coming. Obviously, this is the go-home show to WrestleMania. I think Bayley has her pajamas on. Looks like Becky's ready to wrestle. It looks like Io. It looks like she's ready to wrestle. Dakota is definitely in street clothes. Not now, you idiots! As Bayley calls the fans in Phoenix. Woo! Damn, Bayley hitting hard. Talking about Becky right now. Being her hero. Different kind of dreams. Yeah, Bayley just doesn't like the fans there in Phoenix. This is getting pretty personal on this level. When is it going to end? A lot of jaw jacking. A lot of lips moving. No action yet. Io versus Becky next. Becky better win this clean. I guess Io could win it with a little bit of interference to build towards a story. All right, we're coming to a commercial break. It's Money in the Ghetto. We got our WrestleMania poster. WrestleMania is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It does look like they're just going to be a couple 3-hour shows, so nothing too major. I was worried there were going to be 5-hour shows going into each night, and we'd all get burned out. But it doesn't look like it's going to be that overwhelming. And I don't even know if there are going to be any matches on the pre-shows for either show, but we will definitely find out. It looks like they're going to do the Andre the Giant Battle Royal at the Friday Night SmackDown this Friday. But tonight it looks like we got Cody in hand Solo Sequoia. Hand Solo. He's got a pretty wife. I'm sure he doesn't hand Solo very often, but... Yeah, I've showed you a picture of her. He's definitely winning. Hollywood.
Where's your cat? He's not out there.
Oh, I don't know.
You locked him downstairs.
I don't. How would I lock him?
I don't know. What would you do?
I mean, I guess he could be in the closet room. I can't remember if I latched that or not. Hollywood. I guess I can go look real quick while you're taking care of commercial breaks.
Can I set that up? Can I put that up there? Get it. Get it going.
What are you getting?
I don't know.
That's cool. That's cool.
Did you say hi to everybody?
Said hi to a few.
Oh, cool. Robbie doesn't like Becky. Enough that he said ask Becky. That's not very nice. It's mean. Clinton's all about the rumors, hearing about Roman Reigns taking a break from the WWE after WrestleMania. Yeah, I've heard that, seen it. Well, I know Travis said hi to some of you. Walter's going to be in here later, but we have Harley, Robert in here, Piccola, and Ravi are with us tonight. Hey, guys. How's it going? Sophie and Film are with us also. William and Quentin. Hey, guys. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Chris Akane just showed up. Hey, guys. How are you doing? How's everybody's Monday treating you tonight? Good? Bad? All the above? Robbie says Bailey looking smoking, and Sophie wanted to know if you think they're going to give us Bailey versus Trish and Bailey versus Lita after Mania. Piccolo's Shattered Dreams. Sophie says his Go Home episode is stacked with a lot of fresh matches. Shouldn't be fresh matches, though, should it? Hi, buddy. What you doing? Oh, hi. Were you locked up?
Fresh matches? Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
He would have had a terrible night for the next 3 hours.
Where was he?
In the closet.
You were in the closet with all of the toilet paper?
R. Kelly.
Have you seen his little ear?
Yeah, I cleaned it.
Did ya? That's terrible. Hi, buddy.
Does it look worse?
Oh, hi. Yeah, it does, huh?
I cleaned it with peroxide and a thing the other day.
Yeah, look. It's all bloody and stuff,
Yeah, I don't know what that would cause. Maybe dirtiness.
His ears aren't up there. Well, I've checked it a few times.
Is that Snoop Dogg?
Maybe.
Why is Snoop Dogg in WrestleMania? Is that a plant? See it?
Are you sure it's not Ali?
Why would Ollie be in WrestleMania?
No.
Pretty sure that's Snoop.
Anyways, here we have Marshmallow in the chat now. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Robert said, hey, what's going on? Chris said, damn, Dakota Kai looked like she went to Pound Town in the back earlier. Gross. Robbie says, can't stand Lita and Trish, so scummy. Sophie says they're planting the seed for Damage Control to break up with this promo.
A little bit, didn't they?
Robbie said, F Becky. And Piccolo said, every time this song comes on, I think of Mace Massey. Feels so good.
Right?
Quentin says, SmackDown Rampage and the 23 Hall of Fame starts this Friday. Chris says they started doing the Andre the Giant Battle Royal during SmackDown since the pandemic.
Yeah, you know, and it's weird about that because you think that they would still do it, but I guess they just don't want matches on the pre-show.
I guess
would be
not.
my guess.
Maybe not. Robbie says, Massey is a good rapper. He used to have that album. Robbie also said, Becky hiding behind two bozos. That's a good look. And Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vin. Says, how's it going, Talitha? I'm doing okay. Still upset about my NCAA bracket. LOL. Yeah, that, most people's brackets got real broken. I haven't looked at it. I was going to look at it. I thought the cat was coming back. Vindicator says, so did the ladies being on Miz TV make it any better for guys?
Oh, yeah. Trish is busting out the top of her tank top there, or T-top, or whatever those are called.
Maybe it is a
Belly
plant.
shirt.
Maybe it is a Snoop Dogg plant. They're just like, we're just going to throw Snoop Dogg in there.
Let's throw Snoop-a-loop in there.
It's a weird Hollywood person to put in there, right?
Let's look. I've got other ones on here too, so.
Interesting. Anyways, Marshmallow said Cody Rhodes versus Solo tonight. Harley says today was better than yesterday because I had a mental breakdown and cry. Today or yesterday?
Nothing wrong with little crying.
Yeah.
No, he's in that one
Sometimes people need some crying. That's weird. Robbie says Trish is just a dog, rough as F. Oh, that's not very nice at all. Mean.
They put Solo on there, but they didn't put the Usos on there.
They did. They're right there.
Oh, I went back and forth.
They're right there.
Oh, there they are on the left with Solo.
Yeah, Solo's right behind them, and then they're right there.
Cool. No Cody?
He's right there.
I'm joking. No Roman, no Cody?
They're up at the top. They get main booking.
Main billing.
Anyways, we're still at this match between Becky and what's-her-face.
Riff Raff. Raff. Or Riff.
The other half of the Riff Raff.
Whoa.
Raff or
Baseball
Riff, I'm not
slide.
sure. Is she the Riff or is she the Raff of the Riff Raff?
She's definitely not Raff, so we'll call her Riff.
She's the Riff Raff. She's the Riff of the Raff. Oh, that's good. Marshmallow says Miz TV night. Quentin says, did you saw the custom championship belt for Cody Rhodes?
I did not.
I didn't know they made one. That's interesting.
Does that mean he's winning it? Or
Robbie's like, LOD,
is it
you're
rumored?
the queen of mean comments. Am I? Vindicator says, this is what frustrates me about Io Sky. She has good matches on Raw, but she never gets to speak, so people can't get into her character. Same problem with Dexter Lumis.
Well,
Okay, well,
he
Dexter
doesn't talk.
Lumis's character is based on not talking. And Io Sky, probably her second language is English. So it's probably harder for her, like it is Asuka, to actually have a promo in English. I think the only one that can pull off maybe a slightly okay promo is Xia Li. And
she does okay, but
and
they
she
don't
does
allow her.
okay, but they don't use her at all and stuff. But she speaks okay English. Enough that she could hold a conversation. I'm not sure about you, Sky. I've never heard her talk, so. Piccolo says Annie had
I've heard her
premiered.
talk. She talks every week, but she doesn't say
Oh,
anything.
she does talk. That's right. It's weird stuff, though, like grunting. Piccolo's like Annie had premiered the Yokozuna doc last night. It was incredible. I saw that. I did not turn it to that because I did not want to watch it. Quentin says rumors about Roman Reigns is taking a break from the WWE the night after WrestleMania. Yeah, there are a lot of rumors about that.
Rumors.
Room. Room
Heard it from
in the
a
room
friend
room.
who heard
Room.
it from a friend who heard
Told-
it from another that he'll be skipping out of town.
Skipping out of town. Quentin says Supercard of Honor starts this Friday. Marshmallow says Brock Lesnar will beat Omos at WrestleMania. Well, he damn well better. That's all I have to say about it.
I'm sure he will. I mean,
Robbie
he just lost to
says-
Braun Strowman at the last pay-per-view or the pay-per-view before. Remember?
Robbie's like, do you think WWE could teach them foreign types how to do promos, right? It's not about how to teach them how to do promos. They, with English being their second language, it's really hard for them to do a promo, right? So the best course of action would be this. They do their promo in their native language.
Period.
Which is most of them Japanese, right? So they, except for Xia Li, which is Chinese. But do whatever Chinese she speaks, whether it's Mandarin or
Anyways,
whatever
keep
dialect.
Keep going.
Anyways, and then you have somebody who translates it, but they're like LA Knight kind of a person.
That's hard to find, but yeah, you could get away with it. Get you a translator.
Yeah.
It'd be even funnier if it was somebody that didn't speak Japanese.
And they just like
And
made
they
up whatever
said what
they said.
Like just totally like.
But you'd have to let the person, you'd have to like
be
they'd
in
have
on
to be
it.
part of it, right? And then and then the person that's saying the stuff like Asuka, let's just use her for example. Like she's talking in Japanese, right? And she's saying stuff. But it has to like be relevant stuff, like stuff that makes sense. It can't just be garbly-goop because there are a lot of Japanese people that would watch it, speak Japanese, understand Japanese, and you wouldn't want them to have her out there just saying weird stuff. And
Nobody's saying they'd say weird shit. It would just be funny as hell.
I know. Why is my
Oh, shit.
unicorn on the floor?
I don't know. I'm not sure it works. I've tried about 3 different cords in it.
It used to have it, the white charging cords up there for it somewhere. It was. Would you throw it away? Get rid of it? Get rid of my stuff, are you?
You like the government?
Just getting rid of my stuff.
Did you watch the government interview TikTok CEO?
No. Just getting rid of my stuff.
Want to hear how funny it was?
No.
So,
I don't.
you know if somebody wants an answer or if somebody just wants to talk. And the government just wanted to talk. They did not want an answer. They asked him about 15 questions per minute without one reply. Because every time he'd go to reply, they'd ask something else. So it was just a screw job. Like, they were just basically trying to ream him. Because
Yeah.
they don't want him to talk. So we'll never know any of the answers to any of the questions that they asked him. Because they didn't allow him to answer one of them.
Right.
It was just basically a smear job.
Well, the problem of it is they're using they have a bill that they're using and TikTok are using as the example of this bill, and this bill is literally against everybody's rights in America that you could possibly imagine.
Oh!
Freedoms, speech, anything.
Well, they're
trying
telling
to
people that
take away.
that it's like basically spyware, and they're trying to. But we would never know. We can't. He asked the question, "Are you stealing people's information?" And then right into the next question before he could answer. So they couldn't get an answer out of him. So we'll never know. So we have no idea.
Right. Well, I'm not talking about their interrogation of him with, he's guilty before being proven innocent crap that they pulled. I'm talking about the bill that got passed that has the TikTok stuff in it, has so much more in it that is not even related to TikTok. TikTok is just this little tiny tip of the iceberg of it.
Right.
And
passed by all 3 levels of the government, so the House, the Senate, and the President signed it.
Yeah. And what needs to happen is it needs to go to the Supreme Court and be completely nulled because it is against the Constitution. Completely against the Constitution.
The problem is when you have a House and a Senate that are ran by different levels of the government. So one's Republican, one's Democrat. And then the president signs it. It's not going to get taken to court because everybody in the country is agreeing on it.
No, they're not. But anyways, it's bull crap. I'm not sure if it passed everything.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
that
sure.
matters.
But they're trying to like say that, basically it's giving the federal government like control and saying that
right. So
one of the constitutional rights we have is completely null and void.
Right. So there is one that passed in the 20s, early 20s, or the late teens that is something like that. And
yeah,
Trump was going to ban
Freedom
TikTok
Act
with
or
it.
whatever.
He was going to ban TikTok with it.
Yeah.
Everybody's against TikTok, but it's because it's free speech, and they don't like that.
Yeah.
That's dangerous to anybody in power, either side. It doesn't matter. Oh!
Just make
Somehow
another one.
Becky's struggling in this. I just don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. She's struggling because they're trying to make this relevant for them.
It's dumb to make this match last this long.
Trying to make her relevant and the fact that they can win against Becky and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't understand what they're doing with that stuff, but whatever.
Becky should have already hit her with a man slam and into this
Yeah.
5 minutes ago. A disarm her, but then she gets rolled up. What was that garbage? This girl just can't play with the big girls.
That better
That's
be
the
the
man
end of
slam. That should do it.
Ravi says,
that just lasted way too long.
Way too, like 10 minutes too long. Ravi says, LOD, you crack me up. And Harley says, I know that they're making him a custom weight belt to wear to WrestleMania.
Oh, the belt.
A weight
Yeah,
belt thing.
I did
Oh,
see
okay,
that.
that makes sense more, Harley.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. I thought you were talking about a world title. I was like, okay.
Yeah. I
Gonna
thought
get
that's
the
what the
spinner
person
like
who
John
said it
Cena.
was saying too.
Dun,
But
dun, dun, dun.
Quentin.
Yeah,
had
no, he's going to
mentioned
put
it.
every company he's worked for on it. So it's going to be New Japan and AEW. And
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if he was in Ring of Honor, but Ring of Honor if he was there. Or
Right.
TNA if he was
Impact, whatever. Harley says that, and Ravi says, I'm sure that would work. Oh, Mushmouth says Usos will beat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. Ravi says, LOL, and Chris says Io Sky did talk more in NXT, and she was a decent champ until Raquel Gonzalez beat her at the first Stand and Deliver pay-per-view. Speaking of Stand and Deliver, is on Saturday.
It is.
Yep. The NXT pay-per-view is on Saturday, the first night of WrestleMania.
Trish. Or
Right.
what, yeah, Trish Stratton. Is that her name? That's not her name, is it?
Tiffany Stratton.
Just Trish Stratus.
Grega John in the chat says, hi, Gab. Hey, Grega, how's it going tonight? Robbie says, I'm sure Sky can speak English. Yeah. Trey Schwill is in the chat. Hey, Trey, good to see you tonight. Says, hi. Hello. Robbie says, what's happening in the match? Leave the politics, Larry King or Fox News. It's done that Trish and Lita are back. There wasn't really much that happened in the match. Becky got her ass beat the whole time, and then all of a sudden she pulled it out of her butthole and put a move and beat her.
And then Cody needs to win this. Like, he has to win this one clean to make the match at WrestleMania a main event.
Yeah.
If he loses this, well, he can't lose it. But if there's a disqualification, if there's interference, any of that, it's just going to tarnish that main event. Mm-hmm. He has to beat him straight up. Especially with that talk, you're not ready. So they put him in there, and then all of a sudden he wins or cheats or see the Usos with him.
Yep. Hassan is in the chat. Hey, Hassan says, hi there, guys. Are you feeling ready for WrestleMania weekend?
Absolutely.
Yeah, see? We even got our poster.
Get our poster printed.
We're so ready now.
Got Backlash coming up in a couple weeks after that. A month.
Picola says she beat with something in her butt. Yeah, she literally beat with something in her butt. Her outfit was so high up her butthole. She had a wedgie, and she still won. It was amazing. She pulled it out of her ass and won.
We're talking about Bex.
Yes! The stupidity of that match was just unbelievably stupid. Robbie says, "Oh, D got her Trish and Lita t-shirt. Of course she's ready. I don't have any of those shirts because guess what, Robbie? I don't know who the fuck those people are. I have no idea. You guys can point them out and say who they are, and Charlie's can be like, and that's so-and-so, and they can have belts and shit, and I'll still be like, I don't know who those fucking bitches are.
They're in the book right there.
Yeah, I can look at naked pictures of them or whatever. Still won't have any clue who the fuck they are. Have no idea their history. And you know what's even better about that? I don't fucking care.
Live
I don't.
sex show?
They are has-beens history. They are nothing at this point. They're trying to become relevant again in an era where they are not relevant. There's that.
Well, let's be honest. They were used for sex at the time when sex was part of what they sold. Mm. I mean, can hear Trish. She tries to talk, and she's not fantastic at it.
Right.
Lita doesn't even try.
So now, because
the
they were...
back then didn't matter because you could just take your shirt off.
So because they did that, now they're trying to make them relevant as actual wrestlers. And guess what? It's not fucking working.
I don't know what they're doing. I think they're just trying to bring some old eyeballs back. They do it every once in a while. You see it. Mm-hmm. They bring John Cena's in it. Mm-hmm. They're bringing some of the women back too. And it's not the first time we've seen them. They've been wrestling on and off since, 18, 17? Remember the all-women's pay-per-view with Ronda Rousey?
No. Were they in that?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah.
Bliss was supposed to wrestle.
I was so disgusted by it that I refused to remember
but Bliss got that concussion.
Oh, she got a concussion?
And so she couldn't wrestle. But that was her dream match, and that was what they were trying to set up. Mm. They ended up making it a tag team match, and then she never even really got in the match.
Crazy.
Yep. Good stuff.
Hassan says, cool calendar on WrestleMania. It's not really a calendar, it's just a little poster.
Bum, ba-dum, bum. Yeah. Was it like 14 by 17 or something? I can't remember.
It's an 11 by 14.
11. You get some frames.
Marshmallow says Roman Reigns will walk in at WrestleMania with the title, and he will walk out at WrestleMania with the title.
There you go. Predicted here.
Robbie's like, D, you low-key know. I don't low-key know anything. Chris says, LOL, D. Robbie's like, you know the vibes, D. You can tell WWE is falling off bringing back bozos. Pico says, this is the time of year when the part-time member berries take away time from Papa H's meh roster of underachievers, which we haven't seen for a while. I hope the underachievers died and went away into the garbage bin.
Oh, they're still there.
What's their face? Hit row.
Everybody's still there.
Robbie's like, you like me. I don't care for has-beens. There's a comma in there somewhere, but you didn't use it. You, like me, don't care for has-beens. And it's funny that you said bins and spelled it like garbage bins, which is even more funny.
Like B-I-N-S?
Yep, exactly. Instead of has-beens, like B-E-E-N-S. Bins. Chris says, LOL, Lita used to get shit on, especially in ECW one night stand pay-per-view. They were booing her out the building because of the time when she cheated on Matt Hardy in real life with Edge.
That was the weirdest thing. They brought her up to the main roster and like brought her NXT record with her, and I think that's what ruined her. Is it Asuka? Oh. They brought her up to the main roster. They're like, "Hey, look, she's 200-0 or some shit. I don't remember what it was, but it's like, no, she's not. She's never wrestled on the main roster before." And then she wrestled like 4 times on the main roster, and then wrestled Charlotte, and Charlotte beat her. So I don't know what her main roster record was, but it was not impressive. Maybe 10-1 or something like that.
Right.
It's Molly Holly. That's the one that was wearing her pajamas and that.
914 days undefeated. She went not in like Maine.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to put her NXT record onto the main roster, and it was just embarrassing. Like, good. I'm glad that you were really good in the minor leagues. I appreciate it. I love it. I love following prospects. It's one of my favorite things to do. I follow in baseball.
She won the first ever women's Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and then she wrestled Charlotte and lost. Or was that the next year? I think she might have won the title the first time, and then the next, because she beat Becky for the title before Becky took off and became the man. Mm-hmm. At that Royal Rumble.
Oh.
Is that the right word? Yeah, Royal Rumble. She won. So that was Becky's loss. And then she won the Royal Rumble, Becky. Mm-hmm. And then went on to Mania and won the title. Was that the one where she beat Ronda?
Maybe. I don't know.
God, I can't remember. All those kind of run together.
Pico says, that's pretty clever, Robbie. I was like, oh, did you swallow a dictionary? No.
Yeah.
There's no words, unlike you.
Encyclopedia.
Robbie's like, Cola, I have puns for weeks. And Cola's like, Asuka's gonna kill you. Robbie's like, for me, WrestleMania seems to have a weak card. Vindicator says, that video package made me even less interested in Asuka than I was before, which was already at 0.
I've seen what Asuka can do.
I'm really sad about it.
And I was very, very underwhelmed.
Hey, she had to do it through a pandemic where they didn't give a flying fuck.
She
Poor
carried.
girl. I feel bad for her.
Well, that's what gets me. Is she carried both shows.
I know, and they didn't give her
first,
anything for it. And they gave Roman fucking everything.
When it first started, I mean the day that they said we're going to cancel people, she was there.
Yeah,
on both shows. She
all
did
the
Raw
time.
And SmackDown.
Every day. All the time. Granted, like you said, she wasn't in there like defending the title or anything, but that was when Becky got pregnant and then she had to fucking leave.
Yeah.
And then Lacey Evans got pregnant and she had to fucking leave. So people that are pushing that had titles or pushing towards having titles fucking left.
Yeah, and then she had nobody to wrestle, and so they put her in weird tag team matches. They do the same thing with Esther. Esther has no excuses.
I think they
She's
fucked
been
her.
lackluster. Well,
they fucked her so bad.
Way.
And it's not that Asuka's bad.
Oh, shit. He's dressed like my cousin. That's how my cousin Triana would dress. Except for maybe without the...
Weird glasses.
What were those birds called that solved crimes? Heckle and Freckle or whatever?
Heckle and Jekyll?
Yeah. That's what those glasses look like.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure we had those in the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh, yeah. I think they're more of a 50s, 60s glasses.
Lucky Punch.
I think Seth might give you a lucky punch, buddy.
Oh my God, that's great. He needs to start thinking more positive, Ali.
So funny!
Genius, genius, genius. What is it?
Ooh, what's it going to be?
He's going to wrestle him tonight.
Yeah, oh, perfect! That's a great fucking... That's great. He should get that. What's his night? Tonight? Yeah.
Positively beautiful. Just think more
That's not
positive.
what I was going for.
Ali.
Well, just think more positive, Ollie, about it there, buddy. Robbie's like, Asuka's dead food. No one is getting cooked now. Vindicator says that was a bad move for Becky to give Asuka the belt instead of having a small tournament to crown a true new champion.
Okay. There was a small tournament the night before.
Yeah. It was called Money in the Bank.
They had the Money in the Bank.
She won the Money in the Bank. Whatchamacallit? Briefcase. Now, they went a couple weeks of Asuka being Money in the Bank winner. before Becky announced her pregnancy.
No,
and stuff.
It was the next night.
I didn't think it was the next night.
I'm pretty sure it was the next night.
No.
You'll have to Google it, but it was too soon because she opened the briefcase and the title was in it, and she started crying.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
how would the title get in the briefcase and she not know it? It would be heavier.
Exactly. I don't know. I didn't think that. I thought it was later. I thought it was a week later or something.
They had no plan of her retiring because they didn't know she was pregnant, or not retiring, but leaving.
Right.
Maternity leave. And then they found out, and they're like, oh, shit, now what do we do? So let's just put the title on Asuka instead of something else. Because what would they have done? Vacated it? Because all you'd have to do is have that tournament. It wouldn't matter. You could have any tournament you wanted. You could have all the women in wrestling wrestle for it. And then Asuka just cashes in, and then after the main event's over. Or right before the main event's over, and she's fresh and just wins it. So no matter what, she's going to cash in anyways.
Right.
So that's pretty funny thinking of. Asuka never cashed in for that.
No, she really didn't.
She should have kept
She
the
should have
briefcase.
still been
Money
in the Bank winner.
And
And to
champion.
this day is still a Money in the Bank winner who never cashed in her briefcase. Literally never cashed it in. Anyways, Vindicator says Ollie is trying to mock Seth. It's kind of funny. LOL. Chris was like, Ollie is cringe. And Vindicator says positive Ollie sounds even worse than Happy Corbin, right? Which is even more hilarious that one of those weirdos gave him that. Oh, yeah. Dolph did it. You should be more positive. Ugh. Robbie's like, it was so funny, I didn't laugh. Vindicator's like, hearing positive makes me think of that Maury show and all his paternity test envelopes. You are not the father. Robbie says, it was called Fixed That Tournament. Glowing Blueprint in the chat says, positive Ali. Who is your favorite women's and men's wrestler?
Who is it? Who's your favorite?
I don't have any.
My favorite man, I'm pretty sure is done again. And that's Bray Wyatt.
Well, and now he's not
irritated
our
this
favorite
time.
because now he's a loser.
I'm kind of irritated by it for the fact that he can do whatever he wants. But now Bobby Lashley is in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on SmackDown and doesn't have a WrestleMania match. That irritates me. That's the stuff.
What the fuck? They fucked him again?
Fucked
him again!
That is what bugs me. So
They better fucking make that shit right.
I don't even
That's
know how.
bullshit.
I mean, without a build-up for something else, because
Right?
now he got screwed.
Fine, give Cody the fucking titles, both of them. Let Roman go off in the sunset and take his vacation, and then let Bobby win one of those fucking titles. Fuck it. Fuck it.
But anyways, and then women. I don't. I'm fond of Becky, but I don't like what they're doing with her, where she's kind of a nobody now.
Yeah, there's
but
not
that's
one
not
I'm
her
like,
fault.
yeah, I really like her. I guess I could say I like Seth now.
I mean,
he's all weird.
but if we can do other organizations, I'll say Jade Cargill.
Yes, that's
because
one
I
of my
really do like
favorites.
Jade Cargill.
I do like her. Robbie says Triple H really is a twat. Just bodied the one women's pay-per-view. What a swine bag. Oh, these women's tag titles mean a lot. Giving it to two bozos who were not that rememberable. LOL.
Well, one of them is. But
One of them is very rememberable.
unless you were talking about the Riff Raff when they had it.
Because they aren't rememberable either.
I get that, if that's what you're talking about. But I would assume you're talking about the guys that have it now. They're doing that match now.
I guess. Dumb. That's Ollie. Who gives a fuck? Sophie's in the chat again or back. Says, oh, Heidi. Hey, Sophie. How was your weekend? Do you have a good weekend? Did you get over your headache? You get your headache gone?
Get it under control.
Vindicator says, could add Bobby to Drew, Gunter, and Sheamus. Make it a 4-way. Bobby needs a fresh start on SmackDown anyway. Dude, he needs something. Like, they have fucked that poor man over I don't know how many times.
Too many.
Too many times that it's fucked up. I fucking hate it. And I get it. I actually like Bobby. I think he makes a great champion, or at least a champion, and he
Especially
can carry this stuff, and he does good with it.
Especially as the heel.
And the fact that they have screwed him out of every championship. Oh, well, we want you to wrestle this legend.
Goldberg. So we're going to put the
we
title.
can't have you have the title, though, so we got to fucking make you lose to some stupid fucking twat face. so that you can't be a champion anymore. Okay. Go on
I
with
wonder
your
if
life.
Ali right there is going, how can I get to that level?
Never. He'll never be able
It's
to get
not,
to that level.
oh, it's how you get there. Anybody can get, if Sami Zayn's there, anybody can get there. It's how can you do it?
Oh, I know how you do it. You don't be a goddamn crybaby,
He looks
whiny
like he's been
pants
putting on some
tantrum
mass.
putter.
Look at his chest and his arms.
Actually doing something with his life instead of complaining about how horrible it is. Loser.
Oh!
Oh. So we said, I left here for a little bit. Ravi says WWE would fix up. Will they just give it to Roman because he's got them by the balls? If he's not champ, he will leave. Doubtful. And I don't think that really matters at this point.
It's all good. I mean, he is going to leave anyways for a minute. It doesn't mean that... First of all, it doesn't even mean he's going to lose. He can win and leave for a couple months. It's not going to hurt anything. He's the champion.
And you know that he fucking left, right?
Money in the Bank is going to be coming up. He's not going to do the minor pay-per-views anyways. He just doesn't do those very often. We did see it at the last one, the Retribution, or what was that called? The Elimination Chamber?
Yeah.
He was there because Sami Zayn storyline. They had to hurry and end that with him. But he doesn't have to do these mid-pay-per-views. And there's 2 more mid-pay-per-views coming up. The King of the Ring one, you don't have to put any titles on the line at that one at all. So Backlash, he can skip. And then the next one is the Money in the Bank. He doesn't need to wrestle on that card either.
No, he doesn't. It's
so
ridiculous.
SummerSlam might be the next time he wrestles anyways. And then in the meantime, anybody that he has a feud with, we know this, has to go through the bloodline anyways.
Yeah.
So they have to go through Jimmy. Then they have to go through Jay. And then they're going to have to go through Sequoia.
But they could have to go through Jimmy and Jay at the same time with a partner. They could fight those guys for months and then have to beat up Solo Sequoia for a little bit and get beat up by him and then try to beat him. I mean, that shit could go on forever.
And there could be a draft somewhere in here.
If
that could stir things
can
up.
take the goddamn Rey Mysterio eyeball shit with Seth and just drag that fucking shit out for a year until to the point where you never fucking want to hear Seth Rollins or Rey Mysterio's name ever fucking again in your entire life, they can do that shit with the bloodline and some person that has a feud with them.
Lee, head first. That looks like a concussion. 1,
no, he's probably
2,
dead.
and 3. That was 2 minutes.
Go, Seth.
1:57.
That was 1 minute and 56 seconds too long.
That's how the Becky Io match
should have went that way because she's not good.
So they do it with the men, but don't do it with the women?
Becky's like, it's fine. I'll let him do it. It's fine.
So look at this curb stop right here and tell me this doesn't... No, I guess he caught himself with his arm and shoulder. I was like, it looked like his head went right in.
Right. Robbie says WWE would fix up. Well, I already read that. Sophie says, yeah, my head is good. Good to hear. Glad you got your headache under control. Robbie says, you tell me how this progression of 2 old that's have the tag titles. Well, it's not. Becky's not too old to have the tag title.
I mean, obviously you're thinking of Lita and Trish, but Becky
is the one that has the tag title with Lita. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Glowing Blueprint says, I really like what the Outcasts are doing in AEW by spraying sky blue every week.
Every week.
Sophie says, what match do you think will be
it.
the match of the night this weekend? I have no idea, Sophie, until it happens. Vindicator says, hello, Dalitha loves the word twat now. Thank you, Soraya.
Saturday
Actually,
was the better show
times
last
before she came
year.
around. So
I would assume Saturday will be the better show this year.
maybe. Cunt and twat. Good words.
But I think they're going to have a better main event this year.
Sophie says, about make that triple threat into a 5-way by adding LA Knight. Chris says, don't know who instructs the crowd better with his hand gestures, Meth Rollins or Elijah Dragunov. Dale Sutton in the chat. Hey, Dale. So someone mentioned Dale. I don't think anybody did, but
Dale.
Good that you're in here. Good to see you. Robbie says, night 2 will be better, Sophie. F Roman. That's why WWE are failing.
I don't know if night 2 is going to be better. I mean, the Cody match might be epic. I want to see how long it lasts, but I think it's going to last about 30, because he went 30 minutes with Drew McIntyre.
True.
At Clash of the Castle, 32 minutes. So if he can go 30 to 35, I mean, obviously 40 would be fantastic, but I doubt they're going to get that deep.
Right.
So 35 minutes, Roman, Cody.
Yeah.
That'll be something to talk about on Monday around the water cooler. Do you have one of those?
A water cooler? Yes.
Do you guys talk around it?
No.
Anybody talk around it?
No.
Water cooler talk?
Sophie says it looks like a lot of people that haven't been on WWE TV in months would be coming back after Mania. Vindicator says match of the night for me is anything with Liv. Nothing else matters because I already know the result.
Nothing else
Sophie says Triple H approved of a new World Championship design. A glowing blueprint says Roman can go to hell and back. Sophie says, I don't see Roman missing wrestling. The first Puerto Rico pay-per-view in 18 years, though.
Why would he care about that?
What would it make any difference to him? He's not Puerto Rican. Who's going to see him at WrestleMania?
There it is. He answered Logan from last week.
Or Logan. Robbie says, so Roman gets to keep the belts when he's off TV. Yeah, that makes more sense. I don't know why I don't work for WWE with that logic. LOL.
I mean, part-time champions have been the thing for ever.
Yeah. Seems to be.
Well, you don't have your champion wrestle every week.
And he doesn't. He's there sometimes.
No, right. Well,
he shows up. He's in the back talking or something, or whatever once in a. I mean, but he's not always there.
Look, I've defended it forever. Anybody that's watched this show knows that I've defended a part-time champion forever. So I'm not following over myself, but I do know that there are people that hated Brock Lesnar because he was a part-time champion that are now falling over themselves to defend Roman. I mean, absolutely trying to follow, like, what can I say here? It's like, you need to be a part-time guy. Nobody wants to get sick of your world champion. It shows too many flaws if they're on all the time. Hey, look.
So Corbin's going to get a chance at the Battle Royal, which is on Friday. It's not even a WrestleMania thing.
For the World Championship? Or what's it?
I have no idea what that's for. Hey, it's Sonya! She's back.
She's the most rootinest, tootinest, six-gun shootinest woman in wrestling. That carry guns.
You two. There you go. Do it. Let's see how it works out for you.
Misery Loves Company.
The complaint department.
You know who it was going to be? Carmella and her.
Yeah, but Carmella got broken.
I guess. I don't know what happened there.
Something happened.
What happened to Carmella? Anybody know out there? Anybody reading the dirt sheets? Chelsea always looks really tall, but Sonya's right there with her. Seriously, you give the women a chance?
Oh.
Dude, they got boobs. You don't. Sorry.
Right.
It's just the way the world works.
Dale's like, Ray has a fake eye. Does he, though? Does he? Sophie's like, this weekend we have a lot of show stealers. Wow, night one is going to feature Austin Theory versus Cena and Logan Paul versus Seth.
Okay, so who has this list? Are they showing it up here now?
I don't know, maybe. Up next is the weigh-in,
it's obviously time. Ooh, the weigh-in's coming up next. Or is that what it says?
Yeah, up next, weigh-in for Brock and Omos.
Up next.
It said it on that very edge, and then they panned in, so it was hard to see it after a second.
So it looks like, what's her name? Reckoning and the Pixie Fairy are going up against Chelsea Green and Sonya.
Yeah, we'll see.
Are they going to win that?
No, yeah.
What the fuck?
Spaghetti wife and fucking piece of shit over there is going to win. That's what's going to happen. God damn it.
I can't even think of her goddamn name.
Mia Yim.
Ugh.
Barfo. Anyways, Harley says, I would like to see Solo win either the United States or Intercontinental Championship. Maybe someday.
Yes, he needs to win a mid-card title soon, like this year, next year. But he needs to lose to Cody tonight clean.
Yes. Vindicator says, this is standard Raw and SmackDown format, a bunch of dumb 1 and 2 minute matches with another 2 matches going 10 plus matches, and then over 100 minutes of forgettable promos. Oh, 2 matches going 10 minutes is what he meant. Robbie says, I've been using the word twat since I was 11. Well, that's because you're using it as the idiot format, and I'm using it as lady part format. Chris says, oh, Seth thinking he's Kenny Omega with a promo after his matches. Sophie says we got 13 matches. Wonder which night we'll have 6. Rally is in the chat. Hey, Rally says hi, D. Travis, hey, Rally, how's it going tonight?
I would assume one of those matches are definitely going to go really long, which is the Cody Roman match. So they could do 6 on night 2.
Yeah.
But they can also throw a short match or 2 together and then put them on night 2. So you just don't know.
Sophie says, but when we get to Mania, Roman will be 950 days into his reign or something like that. Robbie says, so you're excited on night 1 for Charlotte versus Rhea, LOL? Raleigh says, Raw, okay, good start. Becky Bailey back 4th promo, rest mid. Can't wait for Brock Omos weigh-ins, said nobody. Oh my God, thumbs down. Robbie's I can understand Brock. Dale says, my brother-in-law said they got the double eagle belt ready for Cody when he wins. Robbie says Austin Hughes defended the title more. Raleigh says Logan Paul versus Seth is going to be a banger. Facts.
Do we know what night that is? Or since they just announced it, we don't know?
I didn't see, but I wasn't paying attention. Sophie says he doesn't have to defend on every pay-per-view. He could just wrestle on every pay-per-view if they want to. Chris says Big Mommy Sonia. Harley says look at Brock Lesnar. Sophie says Sonia and Liv are Taylor Swift fans. And Raleigh says Bronson Reed or Bobby Lashley will win Andre the Giant Battle Royal. You get a massive trophy for Andre the Giant.
Yeah, and then it gets destroyed after the match is over.
Yeah. Film says Sonia and Chelsea becoming a team much better than Carmella and Chelsea has a team in my honest opinion. Vindicator says that useless Battle Royal, which is highly overdone match, is only for that ugly mustard-colored Andre statue trophy participation award.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they could do something more with it. But
he won it.
He was the first ever winner. Corbin.
Yeah, he was. It used to mean something, and now it means nothing. Sophie says, what happened to the women's Battle Royal that they used to have? Oh.
People threw a fit about it, first of all, and so they just...
Raleigh says...
They let it that first year, and then we just haven't seen it since.
Raleigh says even the dirt sheets don't know what's going on with Carmella. Wow, 3rd tag partner in a month. Robbie says, oh, Cena, oh, skip. Chris says Green and Sonya better win. Sophie says, would it be funny if Logan Paul loses on Saturday, aka his birthday? Bryce says, hello, guys. What's up? Not much, Bryce. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. We're going to watch a weigh-in right now.
I don't think that is big enough or heavy or goes heavy enough for Amos. He might break it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chris says Brock and Amos weigh in. The last time AEW did that, Cody was in it. Good thing we're watching WWE then, huh? Raleigh says Chelsea, Sonya are going to win easily. Candace is buried. Mia Yim done nothing. Awful booking like Emma Tegan Knox. Raleigh, you say that, but we know that that's not what's going to happen. Because...
I mean, they let the other girl in with the green hair. What's her name?
Shotzi. Vindicator says, really? Chelsea tagging with Sonya now? Another stupid, random, thrown together team. WWE management fully comfortable with their thoughtless stupidity.
I think they honestly go in the back and they say, you got 5 minutes. What do you want? And they're like, how about, okay, we'll take that one. Done. They give the women 5 minutes, and then they have a 55-minute meeting for the men.
Yeah.
They don't give them a lot of time either, because there's, a few matches. But there's usually 1 or 2 women's matches. They give them 5 minutes total time, and then they're like, okay. And that'll be a 7-minute match total. Oh,
and if there's something else runs over, or they have to do something else, the women's match gets cut. Either cut completely or cut down to a time where it's 30 seconds and it's done and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Exactly. That's exactly.
Robbie says Roman Defo winning though. Vindicator says maybe that's what they think about their fan base since they are so willing to just accept it.
Unless it is one of their main girls, which is Becky and Charlotte.
Right.
Usually they won't cut their matches. But so they'll cut the other women's out.
Yep.
And then let them come out and talk. Instead of have a match, they'll just come out and cut a promo.
Yeah, that's really terrible.
So there's no women's matches? No, there was a promo. Charlotte gave a promo.
Sophie says Sammy and Kevin versus the Usos are rumored to close Mania Night 1, not Rhea versus Charlotte. Chris says Seth just said it was going to be on night 1. Sophie says Seth
There you
mentioned his match will take place on Saturday. And Vindicator says, guess people who expect better from WWE has to wait until 24 to see a management overhaul where people with actual functioning brains can put together better shows and matches.
It's just not going to happen, guys. Maybe it can't happen. Has anybody thought of that?
Yeah.
There's a reason, because Vince didn't do it either. It
Sure.
wasn't perfect. Now Triple H isn't. So there's something else.
Something else. Robbie says, Taylor Swift make me want to stay in bed. Her music is awful. Film says, hello, Bryce. Good to see you here, bro. Amir Holson is in the chat. Hey, Amir, how's it going?
Woo.
Hello.
Good to see you
Raleigh
here.
says, think only 2 so far announced. Cody Roman night 2. Theory Cena kicking off night 1, unless there's more I missed. Well, Seth and Logan are on night 1. Sophie says, and the WWE also announced that Cena versus Theory was going to open Mania weekend. Chris says, participation trophy Shotzi will be at Mania, Tank at Mania with Pyro, hopefully. Bryce says, it's going good, Film. Thank you. Honestly, I hope Logan Paul loses at WrestleMania at Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Seth's going to win that match.
Better win it. That'd be
But
weird.
it's going to be a long match.
Sophie says, if Amos beats Brock, I could see a lot of fans get mad about it. Raleigh says, whoever sat in catering doing nothing, Lacey Evans, Xia Li, you're now a tag team awful. All right, Raleigh. Lacey Evans had a baby. Then she tried to come back, and instead of bringing her back what she left as, they got rid of that completely and brought her back as a victim. And that didn't work out, so then they had to redo her another way, and so it's just stupid.
What the fuck?
410 pounds.
That's too much weight to be carrying around on a frame that big.
Robbie says, I'm just glad I ain't paying for Mania. Chris says, well, Rhonda did complain today in vids on YouTube today that they only give the women 5 minutes. Sophie says, pay-per-views, they have been very careful with not going over by cutting a match down in minutes. Vindicator says, I will say the only thing I like about Amos' tenure in WWE is his ring gear. Ew. Chris says, but I'm sure Ronda and Becky politicking their way into the Mania card, and I guess Becky got the tag team spot.
They both did. Ronda and Becky are both tag teams.
Bobby says, WWE won't get better than this. Sophie says, we don't know if the WWE actually got bought by anybody, and we don't know how that will affect everything.
Yeah, maybe Saudi Arabia's running it already and we don't know.
Right?
That'd be hilarious.
Robbie says, Raw WWE pay-per-view in UK is £200 for one ticket. What a joke.
That's not bad. $250, $300 US.
Vindicator says maybe a billionaire should buy Impact and turn it into a mega promotion that can supplant WWE at the top of the business.
Yeah, they've tried that before. I don't know how you would do it. How do you get better? How about you just make the product with what you have better? Right?
Right.
You don't have to bring in a billionaire for it. Whoa! Brock's whole body hit him. Didn't even take him off his feet. Still didn't take him off his feet.
He slipped a little bit. Oh, God!
We're not going to find out how much Brock weighs.
No. He got kicked, though, instead.
There's a big boot. Oh, no. So Brock didn't want to get weighed. Maybe he's ashamed.
Ashamed of how fat he is?
Maybe he's getting close to 300 pounds. He doesn't look fat at all.
I know. I'm kidding.
Hey, if he's under 265, he could, which he's not, by the way, he could fight in the UFC. I'd like to see that. Although I think Jones would beat him.
Yeah.
But he would have beat Nagano. I will say that right this second. Right now.
Oh.
With like a 6-week training camp.
Right.
Because he'd just take his ass to the ground and hurt him.
Right.
But Jones is a super athlete. You saw how quick he was at his last pay-per-view. Where he climbed the dude's back and then around. But Brock can wrestle. So it would be fun.
Right.
But it would all come down to chin holds and locks. But if Brock could get, I don't know, that would be a fun one. It would last.
Yeah.
It least until the second round. Better than the last fight we watched with Joan.
Right. Robbie says, D, why are you surprised about Lacey? She was never going to be anything more. She was on her way to being more.
She would
and
have been
then
a world
got
champion.
pregnant.
Until she got
She
pregnant.
was on her way to being more, and then she got pregnant. And then after she came back from being pregnant, nothing. And it's dumb. Sophie says, Lacey Evans, they repackaged her 2 times and none of the times work. Raleigh says, really, Ravi, holy crap, that is expensive. Wow, 200 pounds. What's that in dollars? 300, 400? Sorry, not sure.
No, it's not anywhere near that.
Not that. No.
It's like 250 to 235, 270, somewhere in that.
Yeah, now it is anyways. Used to be the opposite way, where the pound was worth more than the dollar, but now is it still?
200 pounds. That's why I said it'd be about 240 US dollars.
No, I don't think it's quite that. I don't think it's that much now. Robbie says, oh yeah, Ronda, they kept giving you main events and title matches. You weren't complaining then, LOL, bozo. Sophie says, Vince does want to see the WWE buy $9 billion. Vindicator says, so this weigh-in is equivalent to a contract signing, both of which don't need to be played out on TV just to start a predictable fight.
246.22.
Oh.
That's really damn close.
Sophie says this past weekend marked 21 years since WWE brought WCW. I'm in Cell. And Vindicator says Brock is real sensitive about his weight. Sophie says he is smiling. Robbie says, not bad. You kidding me? The food and drinks will cost you an extra 100 pounds. Plus the train fare, another 30 pounds. I ain't shelling out that cash. Well, if you were a huge, true wrestling fan, you would.
Yeah,
but if you're not, then of course you're not going to.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be something you're interested in.
Sophie says, today or yesterday marked 1 year since Triple H announced his retirement. Raleigh says, agree. Sophie, Lacey Evans, comment you did. Bryce says, here we go with the ladies, yes. Robbie says, that's excluding if you don't live near London like me. And Bryce says, now this match, this is going to be hyper here. And Harley says, did anybody see what happened at Impact Wrestling Sacrifice when the Bully Ray put a hockey player named Darren McCarty? Something.
No.
Sophie says, I feel like this week across both shows, they will tell us what matches will take place both nights.
Yeah, they used to. Last year, they just had it written on their tags as they would pop up.
Oh, yeah. Film says, Bryce, you got that right. And Chris says, this was like when Brock throwing a temper tantrum at Royal Rumble and killed Ali and the ref in the process. Well, too bad Ali wasn't out there to get murdered again. That would have been perfect. Mm-hmm. She could stop you with her words.
If they book it right, Charlotte wins that.
They should book it that way.
Oh, Street Profits. I want to see if there's any hint that they're breaking this team up in this match. Even the slightest little mistag or anything.
Right.
Because if they are, Ford's taken off. He's going to be world champion. And if he's not, there's something wrong. You could take that dude and put him in any company and make him world champion, and he can carry that company.
Right.
Tell me somebody that cuts a better promo.
LA Knight.
Okay. Better as in more coherent or something. But Ford can play. He would have fun with it. You got to take him out of this party mode thing that they do and let him have freedom. And I think he could run roughshod. Like he's Rock level with it if he's allowed to.
Right.
Oh, this is that 8-man tag team match. Yay, Ollie. Or not Ollie, what's his name? Ricochet.
Ricochet.
And Braun. And this
Boo.
is the versus the Vikings and
Yeah, Viking Raiders are in there. Street Profits.
Otis and Gable.
Are they in this? I didn't think they were in this. I guess they are.
Yeah, they need a WrestleMania match. Where's Marseille? There he is. See? Big Otis. God, they're going to have Otis and Ibar on the same side. The ring might flip over.
It's terrible. 1,000 pounds.
Diabetes is a disease.
Diabetes is not something to joke about.
It's not funny.
Diabetes kills people. As I'm eating diabetes.
WrestleMania. I mean, why would you not take LA Knight and put him up against Bobby and put him on the WrestleMania card or something?
I don't know why they don't.
I mean, it's not like they couldn't hurry and do it.
Yeah.
I mean, they did an LA Knight segment.
And with Ray, for
with
fuck's
Ray.
sake.
So why not have him in the back, LA, and then Bobby Lashley's talking to MVP about something, and then LA, let me talk to you. The crowd would go nuts.
Right.
They'd love it. Bobby could tell him to go F off for a second, and he could just keep going. Or have Bobby's wife on there and have LA with her.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying, they've done worse. Trust me, they've done a lot
Right.
worse. I watched that Rey Mysterio segment with Dom on Friday again. And you could tell Dominic did not, like, there are some people that when they are acting, they can separate it. But,
He was having a hard time.
oh, he
being
didn't want to be mean to his mom at all. But
He couldn't be, and his sister,
a little bit.
he was having a hard time. I could tell he was having a hard time when we were watching. I'm like, that poor kid. He's like trying his hardest,
He's
like not to be too much
all
of
I
a
could
dick.
tell her was shut up.
Yeah.
That's it. He's like, shut up. And then you could just tell, like, it
Like,
wasn't real.
And he was just like, oh my God, I told my mom to shut up. My mom's going to slap me with a shoe?
She's going to kick my ass backstage. But,
Because, because he's Hispanic and
Yeah,
you
I get
respect your mamas.
I
Like,
get it.
I mean,
it's definitely
just,
cultural. Because I seen that and I was like, because there are people that would have
poor
been like, shut up, bitch. Like,
Right.
and just been fine with it. Oh, I was just playing and we love each other. But you could tell he didn't want to go into any levels.
He was like, do I have to involve my family? Like, yeah, we have to put this in here. God damn it.
We got to get Ray to get super mad at you. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
That's what he should have said. That would have been perfect. But he's too dumb, so.
Yeah, he wanted nothing to do with that. You're too stupid, he says to her first. And then his sister got up. And then she gets his fist. He's like, you don't know nothing. Like, I'm serious. Like, it could have been way better, but it was just perfect. Because you could tell he just loved the hell out of him. Like, he didn't want to be mean at all.
Yeah. That's the hardest part. Because you're just like, Jesus. That's why it's so pathetic and just dumb. The whole thing is just fucking stupid. You're just like. That poor kid. Robbie's like, some people I know were going to go, but they ain't now because how much the tickets are and they live in London. Okay, Robbie, well, they have to get closer to it. And the closer you get, the lower the cost of those tickets will
I bet you could just show up and get in.
Yeah. Like for a cheap fucking price. Especially if they already live in London. So if he says, I don't see them going back to one night mania since 2 night manias have been a success. Have they, though? I mean, they've only been doing them for a few years. It's not really a success if you've only been doing them for 3 years.
I mean, it's probably here to stay, you're right. That way they don't have to do 7-hour pay-per-views. People in the stadium can go and leave. And
As long as you're not paying for 2 nights, I'd be fine with it. But if you're fucking paying for 1 night and then you're paying for the second night, too, the same price, I'd be fucking pissed as
so
fuck.
I don't know how that works. I could ask Neil because he went. My doctor went this last year.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like they'd have to make it some kind of package deal and make it like a decent price.
Well, they do have packages for all 4 shows.
I get that, but I mean, like, they should have, like, WrestleMania's WrestleMania. You go to WrestleMania, you're there both nights, no matter what.
Well, what I wanted to see is if I bought it on pay. I'm not going to, but if I was to buy it on pay-per-view, do I get it both nights?
Right. Or do
do
you
I
have
have
to
to
pay
pay
fucking $80 per fucking night?
Right.
Bullshit.
I seen it on there. I was like, But you'd have to call. Because I don't even know where you get the information.
I don't know.
Oh, holy crap. They're finally doing a build here. Finn Balor.
Yeah, Finn Balor was
Chatting.
all edgy. He's going to have the demon come out. He's talking about him. Oh, his demon, see? He's got semen inside of him.
Oh, there it is. I was wondering if they were going to flash it on his face. So we are going to get this semen versus Edge. What night? Did it say what night?
No, it just had him.
Does it say it there?
This
No.
Saturday and Sunday, Hell in a Cell, Edge versus the Demon,
They're going to
Finn
wrestle
Balor.
both nights?
Yes, both of them.
Damn.
Saturday and Sunday. It's both. Robbie says Charlotte ain't losing no chance. LOL. Sophie said the Hell in a Cell match is it looking like we will see the old Hell in a Cell match this weekend. Vindicator says, Travis, you need a couple of red solo cups to make your table decorations complete.
Like this one?
Like the actual Street Profits one. Robbie says, you ever been on the O2? The drink are like nearly 10 pounds for one beer.
There's another one.
No.
There's the shot glass of it. I don't know if you can see it. There's my 2.
Sophie says, remember the whole Ms. Bronson Reed partnership? They dropped that as fast as they can. No mention of that after it happened. Chris says, apparently Cody weight belt he wears at Mania is going to have the names of the Indies promotions he worked for after leaving WWE back in 15. So not telling if AEW or ROH is going to be on there. Probably. And yeah, we kind of did hear about that a little bit.
I think we are definitely going to see AEW on there.
Walter's in the chat, back in the chat now. Hey, Walter says, okay, still good Raw. Rally says Charlotte going to win at Mania, I think. My prediction. Who you got? Rhea, Charlotte, Travis D.
I think Rhea wins because of how they're building it.
Yeah, I would rather it be
But
Charlotte.
Charlotte needs to win that.
She needs to win it and then hold the title for as long as Roman, basically. Vindicator says, as long as Bianca, is that better?
No. I
just
like
feel
it.
like she
I thought
needs
about
to
it.
like
She
hold
needs
it
a
for
fight.
a long fucking
She
time.
needs a 500 or 600 day run.
Just fucking hold it for a long fucking time and then that's it. She never gets another title. I don't give a shit. But she needs to hold it for a longer period of time than, well, I had it for about 30 days.
She's been here for 7 years and been champion for 14 times.
That's stupid. That's fucking just
two
stupid.
a year.
That's just dumb.
Although 2 of those were in NXT and it was before she came. So she's got 12 in 7 years.
And she's held it, most of them, for one day and one day only. That's fucking dumb.
I don't know about most, but a few.
Vindicator says, funny to see WWE having a rare AEW style match right here tonight. Sophie says, I could see Rhea beating Charlotte so they could have a rubber match at Backlash. Walter says, Street Profit and Ricochet and Braun for the win. Oh, yeah. And Walter says, okay, at 9:25 I'm going. I'll be here Wednesday, 8 p.m. for AEW, but I'm still in the chat now.
Yeah, the problem with the rubber match that soon is that there's no way they're going to put the title on Rhea and then take it off of her within 35 days.
No.
That's just not happening. So they will do the rematch probably at Backlash, but it's just Rhea to win again.
Yeah. Robbie says, oh, I guess Dana Brooke better keep out of catering. Don't want to get diabetes. Walter says WrestleMania coming up this weekend. Sophie says, I feel bad for both Bobby and LA Knight. They are now in the catering battle royal.
Yeah.
Vindicator says LA versus Bobby would be interesting to see. Certainly a better filler match than Rhea versus Spawn, Dom versus Ray, and Omaha versus Brock.
Yeah, it would have worked. And hypothetically, I don't like throwing these matches together, but while we're on the fly and we're watching weird shit like we're watching right now, why not throw Baron Corbin in there too?
Yeah, why not?
And just do all 3 of them.
Chris says, LOL, insert LA Knight into this main event of Mania. Have him win, maybe pin Cody. Still make Roman look strong by not being pinned. I think the crowd would riot, but a lot of the crowd wouldn't mind.
It would be weird and nobody would appreciate that.
No, it would make Cody look stupid and
at the end, it just wouldn't work. That would be like reading like Jurassic Park and then the final chapter, aliens attack.
True. So he says we still don't know.
Wait, where did the aliens come from? Like, where did LA come from?
So he says we still don't know what happened with Bray. Walter's like, Daphne will rant some tonight. Not really. Robbie says, LOL, Ray gonna get the belt out to spank Condom's ass. Vindicator says, I don't care what's happening with Bray. They botched his return since Extreme Rules. They didn't botch anything. That's all him, Vindicator.
Yeah.
Like, that's him and his storyline and how he wanted to play it out with some weird random guy from the fucking fans. Some weird kid that they're like, hey, want to write my story?
I don't know what happened, but I just know that it's over. I mean, obviously they ended it.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Sophie says some sites said Bray had COVID and some said it's a physical issue for Bray. That's why they scrapped the whole Bobby Bray feud, a feud that didn't make sense anyway. Robbie says, now you need tickets for the O2. Chris said also Geriatric Edge is supposedly going to bring in Gangrel at Mania, aka the vampire guy from the Attitude Era.
We've seen him. He was in AEW for a minute. I showed you. He was that weird vampire guy with the blonde hair.
Oh.
Old as shit.
Vindicator says, I actually forgot Finn and Edge are in Hell in a Cell. I guess that could be the match of the pay-per-view. Sophie says, and what happens if you still order pay-per-view? Do you have to pay for both nights of Mania?
Right, that's what I was asking. Has anybody ever Googled that? I feel like that should be a Googled thing.
Robbie says, some YouTuber called Jess from the UK paid $2,000 to go Mania from the UK and Hall of Fame.
Well,
People do it all the time. Vindicator says, hopefully they scrap the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Too many events named after matches. I don't think they're doing a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. I thought they were just doing Hell in a Cell matches at other pay-per-views now.
So Hell in a Cell last year was when? It was early. It was before. No, it wasn't before WrestleMania. But it was probably right after it.
Maybe.
Like in June, maybe. What was the one in October?
They're going to
There was
break.
2 in October, right? No, there was just the one.
Survivor Series?
No, that's in November. That was the end one in November. And then they had the Saudi Arabia one. But I thought they had one at like on the 10th.
Clash at the Castle?
Oh, and it was in September, I believe.
Oh. Vindicator says, hopefully, I read that. Chris says Demon Balor at Mania. Walter says, will there be a prediction before WrestleMania? Probably not, Walter. Robbie says, O2, the venue in England. Yeah? Is that what it is? Chris says, I hope it's red demon and not purple paint, unless it will be a cool design. Looks like it's red. Sophie says, I think if COVID didn't happen, they wouldn't have explored this 2-night Mania thing. Walter says Bray Wyatt is at home for medical stuff. And Sophie says, Charlotte did kind of mention Sasha Banks in that promo on Friday. And Robbie says, one of my mates said, F off, I'm not 14, bruv, to me when I asked him if he ever watched wrestling these days. LOL. And we both laughed for ages. And then you secretly had to say, I watch wrestling because you're a loser 14-year-old. Picola says, funny how I went away to flip channels and the match just started a minute ago. Yeah. Vindicator's like, delete that. Did you tolerate Braun Moore back during the Thunderdome days? No, I fucking didn't like him. Robbie says, if you add it...
Extreme Rules was October 8th.
Robbie says, if you add it, just throw some random fans in from the crowd and Corbin gets in. Sophie says, I would rather have Brock and Bobby team up against Omos and MVP at Mania. I don't think that's very fair to MVP. Walter says, so for 2-night pay-per-view, we can pay extra. I don't know, Walter. That's the question, right? If you buy the pay-per-view, like let's say you don't do it off of the Peacock app, right? And you go through your cable provider.
Right, that's what I'm asking.
And you buy the pay-per-view. Do you get both nights of WrestleMania? Or do you just get one night at a time? Like, do you have to pay for each night separately? That's the question of the night. Robbie says, nah, can't blame WWE for bad stories. That's not the way. LOL. We know. It's funny. Harley's like, but everybody see everybody. Sophie says this time last year, the mid-card champions didn't even make the Mania card. Robbie says, oh, I just come here for the vibes. Google it. I don't think you can Google coming someplace for the vibes. Robbie's like, it's 2023. Who pays for wrestling? People who go to live events probably pay a lot of money for it.
I pay for AEWs. I mean, I pay for Peacock, but I'm also watching a really good series on there right now, so can't complain.
I am paying for stuff all the time. So he says I asked Google that question 1 year and it didn't give me a correct answer about the whole Mania being 2 nights. And Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you Wednesday for AEW. Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging out with us for a minute, Walter. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you Wednesday. Good luck at bingo. This is a fatal 4-way. That's weird. So if he says, does AEW pay-per-views cost the same as WWE pay-per-views did before the network? I don't know.
I don't know what a pay-per-view costs right now. I haven't really looked. You can go and look.
AEW pay-per-views.
They're $50.
Does AEW pay-per-views cost the same as WWE pay-per-views did before the network?
No, they're a little bit more. I think the WWE ones were $44.99. And except for the big shows. Their big four were more, they were like $64.
Yeah. Pico says, what have you guys been watching lately? Psych. We've been watching Psych a lot lately. We're on season 4 or whatever it is now.
I think, yeah. I think
4 or
we started
5.
5. We just started 5.
Oh, was it 5?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're more than halfway done now. Sad.
Yeah, we've been watching Psych.
Oh, Maxine. Dressed like the Incredible Hulk. Oh. He brought a sexy out.
It's so gross.
It's hard to watch her with all that sexy on the screen.
What?
Oh!
So weird.
Focus!
So creepy.
I think I want to call
Yeah?
Dish.
I'm going to call people too. Robbie's like, just get a VPN. It's a lot easier. That's how I watch all the non-TV soccer and pay-per-views. Cool, Robbie.
It doesn't.
We
A
don't
VPN
permit
doesn't
doing
do
that
any
stuff.
of that.
People
you still have
says,
to find sites.
I started Succession this past weekend. What is that? Sounds, I think I've heard it, seen it, previews maybe. So he says the Good Brothers are also in that Battle Royale this Friday. Are they? Oh, those guys.
130. Is this the account you were calling about?
Why are you on it now?
Why wouldn't
You're
you
so
call and ask?
weird.
Well, I don't want to do it when I'm not on.
Film says, Pickle, have a question for you. And Pickle says, and I also watched Knock at the Cabin. He goes, okay, going away now, Twitch surfing. And Sophie says, didn't Psych have a musical episode during season 4 or 5? They had like a musical, like movie, I guess you could say. They had Psych the musical. Robbie says, LOL, cringe as well. Vindicator says, I think Maxine is now the undisputed smoke show of WWE. Film says, hello, Ben, what up? Sophie says, I saw all of Psych, but I still don't remember every episode. Vindicator says, I hope someday Scarlett and Maxine go after the women tag titles. I don't think that's going to happen. Quentin says, did you hear about Naomi's departure from the WWE? Yeah, we heard about it like last week or something. So he says, have you seen all the Psych movies?
Holy crap, that's a 45-minute wait time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Vindicator says, hi, Film. Bryce says, okay, guys, gotta go. See you on Wednesday. Bye. Peace out. Bye, Bryce. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you on Wednesday. Chris says, no, Tiffany Stratton is the undisputed smoke show.
All right, you guys are all wrong, but it's fine. Both those women are beautiful, but they're not Scarlett Bordeaux. It's got to be Scarlett.
For the smoke show?
Since that's what she is the smoke show.
Right. Sophie's like, remember Monk? Yep, we watched that one.
I watched most of those. I don't remember them, but I will remember them if I was watching them. I know they dogged the girl that was in the first year. But I kind of liked the one in the next one. Anyways. Better.
Yeah. She was like in the first 3 or 4 seasons.
Look at Eric.
Sharona. My Sharona.
Ugh. Montez, the aerial onslaught. And that's it. Ring the bell. 11 minutes, 24 seconds.
Sophie says Monk is going to have a reunion movie on Peacock. And Ravi says, do you think Scarlett cares for Simps? Why would she care?
I mean, she married us then, but...
I don't think she really cares. Vindicator says, Travis, let's call up WWE, have them set a 1990s style diva match. Scarlett versus Tiffany versus Maxine is an oil wrestling match or brawn panties.
Right. A Playboy match. The winner gets Playboy centerfold.
Quentin says, what about Community? Never seen that one. Have never watched that one.
Never heard of it.
Chris says, of course she is the smoke show. And like Otis, I'll be eating steak at the smokehouse. LOL.
Right.
Chris is like, LOL, oil wrestling match. Amir says, hi, I love you. Hi, Amir.
Amir.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We love you too. Did you give us a thumbs up? You following us? You should. Sophie says, Community is also going to have a reunion movie on Peacock. And probably says, but people are simping over Scarlett. What you doing?
Just looking at posters.
Why?
Past and the future.
The future isn't there.
Oh, was that last year's? Is that money? Isn't that this
Oh,
year?
that's Money in the Bank. Oh, I forgot I got that one
I
early.
was like,
How did I get that one early? That's weird.
that was the first one I had to get
Oh.
to see if it would work. No, I think I ordered that one on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
That one I ordered.
And then I got one.
Yeah, then you did the Royal. And then that one. And
No,
then-
and then I did one. Like, I did get one. I thought.
Then which one did I buy?
I don't know.
Oh, it's probably up there. Do you even have a chance?
Do you even have a chance? Do you
I just
have
thought it
the
was
chance?
so cool because of the bus that I
Chance
had to
with-
have it,
Yes.
and then it sparked the rest.
Yep. I'll follow up and say, why? That's so important, Mr. Heyman.
Yeah, I don't think you got this one.
Oh. Okay.
See how it's the full size? Like it's the same size as that one, but that one has edges.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
If I can get it there, see.
Right. Ow. What are you doing?
Trying
Do you want it?
to load it on there.
Oh,
It's Cody.
Lived it. Bryce says, hold on. It's peace out. See you guys later. Bye, Bryce. Thanks for hanging out with us. Amir's got hearts with pluses in them. And Sophie says, have you seen Modern Family before? If you haven't, it's on Hulu and Peacock.
I think we watched
We watched
all
the whole
those.
thing. Yep.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
But
we watched the whole thing.
Seen them all.
Vindicator says, be surprised if Cody versus Solo is not the main event here.
Oh, it's gotta be.
So-
Anything with the bloodline is always the main event.
It's on tonight, though. Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sequoia. So he says it seems every month Peacock adds super fan episodes of The Office.
What's that mean?
It means that they're just episodes that are like got the best
Reviews
or the more the fans gave it thumbs up the most or whatever you want to call it.
Exactly. It's a mafia movie.
Yeah. Oh God! Look at tribal.
The Tribal Crown. You tell a joke and it's meant to be funny.
Oh boy.
Don't look
You're
at
gonna
Solo.
you're gonna get any help in that area.
He doesn't know how to laugh. I look
Who's
like
that?
a tribal clown. Is it Cody?
Oh
Oh!
God. Jesus. Oh boy.
See The Godfather? I don't know if that was like a any.
I think it's Goodfellas. Chris says Cody wearing
Oh,
Seth's
where they're
same.
all laughing together.
Chris says Cody wearing Seth's same gear, and both of them also wearing same color of WWE. What the fuck? Did he? What did he say? You really are funny. Oh Jesus.
Because there's a meme somewhere out there, and it's got that guy that's dead now that was in the B movie.
Ray Liotta.
Yeah, Ray Liotta, and he's laughing.
Yeah.
It's probably that movie.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Pretty sure it's Goodfellas though.
Isn't that the one that he's in?
That Ray Liotta's in?
Isn't that him?
I don't
Isn't
know.
he the main guy?
He might be the guy in Goodfellas.
And it's got De Niro in it, and it's got Pesci, and they shoot Pesci in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray Liotta is the one that's trying to leave, but the cops are there. He's all, like got cocaine in his cabinets and shit. He all sounds like a weirdo. It's on Central Intelligence. She's like, why do you sound like Ray Liotta at the end of Goodfellas?
Chris says Cody wearing Seth's same gear, and both of them also wearing same color of WWE legend Greg the Hammer Valentine. Film says bye, Bryce.
Greg the Hammer.
Mom's got a question on Piccola, and Piccola's not here, so... Oh, wait, there's Piccola for a second. Sophie says, or they extend the Office episode by adding stuff to it. Yeah, all the deleted scenes and stuff, they do that a lot. As Chimichanga said, Goodfellas. Sophie says, I'm not surprised they gave us this last. And Piccola says, Roman is no Joe Pesci. And Chimichanga says, thoughts on Wyatt? I don't know.
We don't know what's happening, but he's not going to wrestle, and it costs Bobby his WrestleMania spot. And it just can't happen.
I don't care if he has medical issues. I get, sad for him, but
Then they should have had Uncle Howdy fill in for him.
exactly. Sophie
Just escalate the situation faster.
Sophie says Modern Family I'm watching on Peacock, and is one of the shows when it first came out. It was always up against something else that I was recording or watching. Robbie says, was it good? Was it good that Dee's mates the Bellas left the WWE for good? I don't know, Robbie, you tell me. You're the one that loves them. Chris
It's fine.
says
I think
this
they're already
would...
in the Hall of Fame, all right?
I
think
thought they were.
Were they in the Hall of Fame already?
I thought they were enlisted like 2 or 3 years ago. Chris says this would have been better if Sammy was in it and Roman saying, I don't know about this guy.
Yeah.
Vindicator says, yeah, Roman already practicing for his movie career run with this cheesy mafia vignette. So they basically telegraphing what's happening at Mania unless he plans to do movies while still being champ. Sophie says, so in 2038, they could be going to Hollywood again. Film says, Piccolo, Lacey, or Nicky Ross. And Chimichanga says, Henry Hill, played by Ray Liotta. And Vindicator says, let's see if they can get Mania 24 right before worrying about 15 years later, right? Robbie says, Bray, just go to AEW for F's sake. And Sophie says they should have had a backup Mania plan for Bobby in case Wyatt couldn't go.
They've had about 6 of these commercials in a row.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it makes me even more tired than I already am.
Yeah.
Chimmy's like Lashley versus LA Knight. Travis talked about that earlier, actually.
I was talking about that earlier.
He literally mentioned that they should do that. Oh yeah, he knew. They just knew. Does she?
I think she is a woman that can carry the company off TV. And it is an important thing.
Yes.
She can be a face of a company. The problem is her age is working against her.
At this point.
Because she's already in her mid-30s.
Mm-hmm.
I believe she's 34, but she could be older. Guess she could be 33, but I thought she was older than that. "33." So she's got another 3 good years.
Yeah. Do you?
I don't think so.
Chris says XFL football tonight. DC Defenders versus my Houston Roughnecks. LOL, funny name.
That's a hilarious name.
Sounds offensive to white people.
Why are you so weird? Like, seriously, where does that... Is that like a short circuit in your head?
No. It's
Jesus.
just how other people react to things, so. Sophie says at least the baseball season officially starts this weekend. It's really sad that you take it so seriously, though.
My thing
Robbie says,
is
haha,
I've got
you love that
my
rinse and
draft
repeat,
coming
so
tomorrow.
it's comedy.
At 8 in the fucking morning. Well, Eastern time. 6 in the morning our
Yeah,
time.
you poor thing. You've had weeks to look at your book and know
I'm
what
not
you
even talking
want.
about that. I'm talking about that it is. Like, I 2-day cram.
Sophie says, do you think Randy Orton could wrestle Bobby or set up a feud with him after Mania? No. I don't think so. I don't think he's ready yet. I don't think he's healed enough. Robbie says, so how lifeless is the main commentator on Raw?
Kevin?
Kevin?
He sounds like this guy.
Austin
Old
Theory.
Austin.
His ears stick out like a monkey.
He needs to cut that thing on his face. It's not thick enough. It looks weird. It's very goatee looking. It'd be different if it was thick.
Why did he grow it out?
I don't know. But it's goofy.
It looks
It'd be different if
terrible.
he had thickness to it.
He looks like a homeless person.
Yeah, like if it was bushy. It looks like a young man trying to grow a beard.
He looks like a homeless person. Vindicator says, nah, still don't care about Asuka versus Bianca, but I do like and respect the EST accomplishments. Film says, I hope Bianca does not lose to Asuka. Hello, Ravi. And Sophie says the Bella twins are in the Hall of Fame. They got inducted not that long ago. And Chris says, Raw in Phoenix tonight. LOL. Is anybody going to San Antonio or Phoenix, Arizona? Chimichanga says, Bianca needs a heel turn. She's boring right now. And Vindicator's like, totally disagree with Owens. Only must-see match is Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul. Or, wait, that's not going to happen.
Right.
So he says, still don't get why they couldn't give us Bianca versus Rhea at Mania because Asuka versus Bianca is boring.
What would they done in the other match? Charlotte versus Asuka, we've already seen. So who's Charlotte going to wrestle?
Huh? Chris says Randy Orton versus LA Knight. Robbie says, oh, 2-day cram, you can do it, no stress. Sophie says, why can't they find someone better to replace Kevin Patrick? Robbie says, nah, from a guy that's had a beard from the age of 13, I think his beard game is on point. LOL. Robbie, seriously?
You have a
think
scraggly,
Austin
weird
Theory's
beard?
scruffy, weird goat hair looking beard is good? What's wrong with you? Have you seen a beard? Look at Drew McIntyre.
Look at Braun Strowman.
Do you want a beard? Those are the guys you look at for a beard. A manly beard. A manly beard. Chris says, Theory promo in empty arena because he can't cut a promo in live audience.
Yeah, he would have got booed out of the place.
He's such a moron. Sophie says, if we would have gotten Ronda versus Rhea and Charlotte versus Bianca at Mania, that was rumored before 2022 ended. That's nice. Oh, man.
Ooh, Sonya Deville.
Oh, this must be that women's match thing
Yes.
or whatever. Robbie's
Yeah,
message
yeah.
retracted, and Chris says, so Theory versus Cena is night 1. They didn't really say.
What's Pixie's name again?
Candace LeRae, Mrs. Spaghetti. Chimmy says, does Liv have a match?
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
But she does at Mania. She's one of the 4 tag teams in the women's Fatal 4-Way thing. This is going to decide the 4th tag team.
Yeah. In the showcase qualifying match they're having up next. Vindicator says, I wonder if they still have the bearded lady acts at the circus. Well, if they do, Austin Theory should go do it. Chris says, man, Sonya is so hot. And Robbie says, just put some bread oil in it and Theory will look sick. Oh, beard oil. I thought he said bread.
Is that how you get it thicker and shorter and more curly?
I don't think so. I think it just makes it look stupider. He's already had something sparkly in it, like water or something. It looked dumb. I don't think oil's going to help him. Chimmy's like, Cruella is out of jail. Maybe she never went to jail.
She got arrested.
Doesn't mean she went to jail.
Right. No, I'm sure she did.
Just because she got arrested doesn't mean she went to jail.
I've been arrested and not went to jail.
Exactly.
They just didn't want us to drive, so they took us to the police station and then let somebody come pick us up. So then we just went back to the vehicle and got it.
Drove in it and drove away.
Well, I was 18, but I got a consumption.
Mm-hmm.
But I was under the DUI limit on my blowing. So I'm like, why can't I just drive? Because Cody had got the DUI.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why can't I just drive? Well, in good conscience, I couldn't do that. Knowing you've been drinking. I'm like, I blew under the legal. Well, better just take it. So we went back. I got in the truck and drove.
Right.
Like, there's nothing illegal about it at all.
Chris says, I think Chelsea Green and Gigi Dolan, a.k.a. Priscilla Kelly, would be a good tag team because they both wear the same hat. Yeah, Chris, let's book, like, Vince. Well, you guys wear the same type of outfit. You should totally go together.
Right.
Vindicator says, I was about to say, how does one create beer bread oil? I don't know.
You milk your bread.
But I guess I was very intrigued and hungry. I'm hungry, guys.
You squeeze it.
So I'm like, oh, bread. And I'm really tired. So I didn't sleep very good last night. Robbie says, nah, it's not water. Lots of black people put some product in their beard that looks sparkly. Get a cab.
Is
Don't
it
drink
Soul
and drive. You
Glow?
will spill it. It's
Soul.
This is Soul Glow. Seen it.
Just let your soul glow.
Don't ever have them rest against your couch. You'll have wet spots.
Right.
I've seen it happen.
I can't believe they weren't in the second one.
I know, that's sad. Chimmy says Liv is going to cry at Mania or have a shoelace malfunction. More likely a shoelace malfunction. She's kind of gotten over this weird cry thing that she does. Every once in a while it comes out, but most of the time she kind of stopped. Robbie's like, yeah, that's it. Soul Glow.
She's finally progressing as a character after fucking 5 years.
After fucking 10 years of crying in the corner all the time.
She's like, hey,
I guess if I don't cry, I might actually get
I'm a
somewhere.
mid-carder now. I don't cry.
Chris says years, but that booking would actually work because they look like they go together, unlike Vince, where he books based on of the same race. Yeah, because they look like they go together. Hello.
Their ethnicity.
Duh. Hello.
He's like, it's
Asuka
not
and
racist,
Kairi
it's
Sane.
ethnicity.
They look like they go together. Hello.
Oh, what's
They're
this?
matching.
Stacy Keebler says she's honored.
And humbled.
So, does she wear something short and leggy? Or does she just wear like a
I guess it
suit?
depends on if she's hideous. I don't know.
I can't believe she didn't go in when freaking Tori went in.
Maybe they didn't have parts for her. I don't know. I was like, Liv Defo had Bear Man's trust. Chris says, no, they don't. I go based on gear, not race. Jimmy says, Jay White debut after WrestleMania.
Right. That's what I'm wondering. Because we did not see him debut at the pay-per-view for AEW. So I was like, well, maybe it's time that he does at Mania. Or right after Mania. And then if he does, Where does he feud? Where does he fall in line on their feeding chart? Is he a mid-carder? Is he going up against Seth for a while? Or is he going to go up against The Miz? Because that's kind of where they start feeding people.
Yeah, or Dolph. Ravi says,
would be
does
good.
D and watching wrestling go together? No. Vindicator says, say it with me, Travis. She's got legs.
She's got legs. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
I don't know.
And she knows how to use them. I don't know what I'm supposed
Ravi
to say.
says, so what happens to Sammy and KO after the pay-per-view? They become the tag team champions, and then they run amok through all of WWE.
Look, you don't look too far down the road because Sammy's popular because of the bloodline. Once that story's over, he's going to go back to where he was. And he was still kind of, like, he was funny, you know, he was getting chased around and all that. But the bloodline made him, and that's where he's going to lie. That's where he's going to rebound and go back. You know how they say water finds its level? That's what happened. He's going to find his level. So I'm not too invested in the Sammy stuff. So once he left the bloodline, I've already given up on that. I honestly could care less about that.
Right.
I still like Jay, so I'm okay with it.
Chris says, I thought Candace was in a program with Nikki Cross. I think Nikki Cross is her stalker.
Yeah,
There's
we'll
a
probably
difference.
even see Nikki.
Chris says, why didn't they make Candace and Nikki a team instead? Because Nikki's weird.
And they probably want to put Reckon in here on their team for a minute.
Robbie says,
Triple H
Chris,
likes these
because they are crap. Sure. I'm sure that they'll show that they're crap.
Why do they keep changing her name? Just call her Reckoning.
Why do they have to call her anything? Just call her Bozo.
Call her Unemployed. Oh!
That's what they should keep her out.
Cross
is
body.
unemployed.
DePhil falls out of the ring the wrong way. She got hit this way and went that way out. So she did like this weird bouncy thing. Whoa! Chelsea Green gets taken down by a lariat. Into the corner.
So glad the crowd's
Snapmare.
so involved in this.
No, nobody's going to care about this. Oh! Right down on her shoulders. You don't want to put that kind of pressure on her wrist.
Robbie says,
What is
"D,
happening here?
So
Oh,
you
dear
would
God.
watch Candace and Nikki
Ugh.
Cross as a tag team? Dude, I'm not even
That's
watching
it.
whatever's happening now.
Oh, Sonya with the save. I would rather see Chelsea Green and Sonya at WrestleMania. Ugh.
Me as well.
Look behind you. Reckon it's behind you. Drop kick. God, terrible one. Imagine that. Chelsea misses with a thrust kick.
Ugh.
Or pump kick. Sorry, that's my bad. Michin moves. Holds onto the ropes. Sonya, big right hand. Chelsea. Insit. Insit. Thank you.
Thank
Everything
God.
holy.
Thank you,
3
WWE,
minutes.
for doing something kind of right and not putting those tard faces in it and putting the other tard faces. Karen Mania.
That was 257.
Don't lift her arm up too high. Her boob's going to fall out.
Are you saying thrust her arms up in the air?
Well, if you put her arm up in the air, boob falls out of the one side when they win. Watch
Chelsea's?
yeah, and the ref's pulling her arm up. Jimmy's like, Me Chim is boring.
Well, that's because you're calling her the wrong name.
Mia Yim / Reckoning
Reckoning.
should be still unemployed in a dumpster fire somewhere because she sucks and always has sucked. And I don't understand how she ever became a wrestler if she sucks so bad.
Oh, yeah.
I
boob.
think she's
Bottom
feeding her
boob.
husband until he dies.
Bottom boob.
Yeah, literally bottom boob. Boob.
Oh!
Boob.
Damien of the Judgment
Just
Day.
Damien with his Wonder
Lackey.
Bread boy over there. Chris says, LOL, I'd rather watch the dash cam footage of Sonya Deville arrest for firearm. Robbie says Karen Mania has a ring to it. And Vindicator says, so it's still dumb. Worthless match, but happy for Chelsea. Sonya is an upgrade from Mella. Yeah. At least Sonya can talk, right? And we've seen Sonya with somebody pretty before. Her name was Mandy. They used to be besties. They're like
Oh, it's Rey
besties in
Mysterio.
real life. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, somebody help me.
Up next, Damian Priest going up against Rey Mysterio. By the time we get back, we'll be starting that third hour, that all-important third hour of Raw.
Films like Misty and Travis who'll win an armpit dinner match. Roxanne and AJ Lee or Dana Brooke and Carmella. Dana Brooke and Carmella. Chimichanga says Keith Lee and lots of food items. Gyros and bread and pancake stacks. Nice. Robbie's like D enjoying wrestling, I see. Was I? What was I enjoying? I didn't see anything.
Ouch. How would you assume that he's not going to hit your fingers?
I have no idea.
Love it. Wish they wouldn't show highlights of movies, though. Because it shows too much.
Yeah, now.
And now I'm going to know this part happened.
Now it's going to be one of the good parts, and then the rest
So
will be
why
stupid.
would you saw your ropes with the steps when there's swords laying on the ground everywhere?
I don't know, Travis.
There's swords on the ground!
Maybe he's just not smart. Maybe.
We've got him now!
Maybe he's doing it on purpose so he doesn't have to fight. You know,
Right.
there are smart fighters out there. Robbie's like, film, no one wins. It's all fixed. Looks like a nice pick. Travis and D, nice. And Vinegar says 2 hours go by. And they only did 4 matches. And one being less than 2 minutes. Definitely not a wrestling company.
One's under 3 minutes, one's
Just-
under 2 minutes, so 2 under 3 minutes.
Just low-level theatrics masquerading as a sport.
Rey Mysterio, Damian's going to last a little bit because of the whole aftermath with Dominic. Low E. Oh, Big E.
That's weird.
It's a good time to have a deal.
Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Later on.
The springtime when your energy goes up anyways.
Robbie says, WWE, how are they still going? And Chris says, all Braun and AJ Styles, TNA. Jimmy says, Braun Breaker on the main roster after WrestleMania.
Is he going to lose his title on Saturday? That will let us know. If he loses his title to that other guy, that European guy.
Indicator says, I feel like AEW would have flown through 8 matches at this point. Maybe they need a 3-hour show to show WWE how it's done.
Oh, right?
They kind of basically do. Wednesdays technically is 3 hours. They just don't show the 3rd hour until Friday.
Right. It is recorded. But sometimes they do a lot.
Robbie says, nah, I can't see Breaker making it that far. And Chris says, my boy Carmelo Hayes is going to beat Braun Breaker.
Oh, is that who it is? It's not Waller or whatever his name is?
Guess not. Chris says, I still call Carmelo Hayes Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony? Anthony?
That's terrifying.
Bring him the priest.
Did you eat the chili?
Haha, you've been played and you took the bait. Wiener, wiener, wieners. She seems nice.
Very, very sweet girl.
She seems like a really nice lady.
It's just that time of the month, so they like their moods change a little bit.
A little bit. Robbie says, did NXT UK fold? I don't know what happened there. I don't know what's happening.
Yes.
Vindicator says Waller is fighting Spaghetti Man at the pay-per-view. Oh, Spaghetti Man.
So NXT UK went out because they're going to do a whole Europe one.
Yeah, they went away and decided to make it European WWE.
But I don't know when that's to start.
NXT Europe.
And they're going to do a Japan one. They're going to do a Europe one. What would be cool is an Australian one. Because we have a few athletes from Australia now. Murphy. Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
There's some in NXT also. Oh, I think what's her name? Dakota's from there.
Australia, New Zealand,
Same thing. Yeah.
Japan.
Although it could be on a different continent. They're finding.
True.
Hey, that main event at WrestleMania 1.
That
See,
one?
Orton hit him in the back of the neck with his cast that he had on for like 8 years.
Ew.
He had a broken arm
Did it stink?
for 8 years.
Gross.
I'm sure it was new every time, but yes, it would have stunk. She looks greasy.
She looks weird. Bobby says NXT Europe, a show I won't watch. Shimmy says no New Day for a while now. Party! Vindicator says, Dalitha, what were you doing in 1985? I don't know, being a child. I was like 6.
I was watching that on closed circuit TV. That's what it was called.
If it was 1985 and like this month, I was 6 years old. So who knows what the fuck I was doing? Probably in bed right now. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Oh, he said relevant. It's irrelevant. Oh, he's going to weaken him for his match
won't.
against Roman. Can't wait to see that happen.
Why are you being so vocal?
What?
What?
Tired. Jimmy says Solo is boring. Robbie says Kelly making Miley Cyrus look like she has more game. Ew.
She's got a lot of game.
What the fuck is happening on my TV
It's
and
just-
in my ear right now?
Paul Heyman going crazy.
Ah, my God, he sounds like a moron. Why does he talk so stupid? You know, if they have the camera just right, it makes it look like he doesn't have any ears.
Because his cheeks are so fat.
Yeah,
Like his jawbone cheeks.
yeah. Like, see, he doesn't have
Yeah.
any ears. They're gone. Like, he has no ears. Like, just disappeared. No ears.
Paul E. Dangerously.
Vindicator's like, I didn't realize we were so close in age. I was born in 1981. Nice. Yeah. Piccolo says, call it Ritz like the kids nowadays, Ravi. Piccolo said, call it Riz. Riz? That's weird. Jimmy says, thoughts on Sasha Banks? I don't think she exists anymore.
It's Monet. Mercedes Monet. And she's the champion in New Japan for the ladies.
Yeah. She's a loser face.
I don't know. Is she in the new Mandalorian? I never watched her in the old one, but
Wasn't she just a voice, though? I didn't think she, like, actually had a part.
I don't know. Never seen it.
I thought
like
she was
said.
just in a cartoon or something.
Oh, I thought it was a movie, The Mandalorian.
No, it's like a show. It's like a TV show, but I
Right.
thought she was just in, like, a cartoon.
What?
What?
Like the cartoon on the show?
No, like, there's a cartoon of the Mandalorian. Like, there's a show Mandalorian, like, with real people, and there's a cartoon of the Mandalorian.
I don't know. I seen pictures of her and it looked legit.
Oh.
Like she
So,
was in a great
so she
outfit.
was in an actual show.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure she was real good at it. Chris says, yeah, Riz means, like, picking up girls.
Yeah, game.
Chimmy says she botched her debut at New Japan.
She won the championship.
She botches everything she does in life.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, though.
That
You're talking about her
first time
day
that she showed
debut
up,
when she couldn't hit her move and she attacked.
fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's...
In her first match, it was all right, though. It lasted forever.
Did
like
it?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Wow, forever.
Father failure!
Failure of fathers.
So he has a little easier time dogging on his dad.
Yeah. Pickle says, yeah, Mr. Steele, your girl is played out now. Robbie says, Kelly looks couples like the soccer team Tottenham Hotspur. Film says, okay, going to go, guys. See you later. Bye, Misty and Travis Pickle. See you guys later on Wednesday if it's not Friday. Love you guys. Peace out. God bless all the armpits. All right, thanks, fam.
See?
Have a good rest of your night. We'll see you on
And here it
Wednesday,
comes.
hopefully. Always says
Yeah.
people
Oh.
in the UK would look at you like you're backwards if you use the word Riz. Vindicator says, so Travis, if Ram Dom was traded to AEW, how far you think he would get in that company?
It's hard to say because they do push a lot of weird people on that one. But he wouldn't be a world champion or anything. But I could see him right there with Hook and those guys. Spanish is second language? It sounds second languagey.
No. He sounds like he was raised in a household that made sure he spoke English
And
very
Spanish.
well and Spanish.
But he doesn't speak like a lot of the Mexican people I know.
No, he's very articulate with how he speaks.
Yeah,
But if you ever listen to Damian Priest, he does the same thing.
he's Puerto Rican, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think he's Puerto Rican.
Okay.
It's different. They all have a little bit different.
He still articulates his Spanish like he learned it in school.
He's never said this out loud.
Oh, I thought you already said that. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? No, you know, look at that face. I love it. Oh, poor little ear.
I wish Eddie was my dad.
Don't do that. Owie, ear.
Like Ray
What's going on with your ear?
Mysterio?
Like Ray Mysterio.
Not Ray Jr., but Ray Mysterio?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what his grandpa thinks of this.
Is he alive?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Chris says, oh, Dom wearing a teardrop under his eye like Undertaker did in 97. Jimmy says Ray looks like he shrank. Robbie says Condom saying it with more chest than his TV girlfriend Rhea. Vindicator says book it now. Duluth and Robbie's eyes would be glued to the TV for that must-see match of Hook versus Dominic, LOL. Chris says, oh, Dom literally said he looks more handsome than his dad. What the fuck, Dom? And that his sis is jealous of him. Oh, Dom finally said it about Eddie. Robbie says, hello, Hook makes me want to eat myself, Vin. Vindicator says the fact that Dom cuts his hair to look like Eddie on purpose is enough evidence. He doesn't need to keep telling people he loves Eddie. This is why he is trash on the mic. You guys are funny.
Is that what you need? Is a Quinder Bueno?
Ew, God, no. Yuck.
I don't know. She looked all morby.
Morby.
She had the morbs.
She got the morbs.
And then
She got the morbs.
she took a bite of that and got all excited.
She has the morbs, and then she didn't have the morbs.
Taste it for yourself and find out. We don't have one of those.
What?
Golden Corral.
Not anymore. They went away during the pandemic. Everything that used to be a buffet ran away.
Mm-hmm. The Chuck Wagon.
Yeah, I remember that. North's Chuck Wagon.
Yeah, we used to go there and eat breakfast. Talk about breakfast. You could eat breakfast for days. When's this? The 9th? Or 8th? 7th? 6th? 15th? $14. So close.
Yes, the 14th. Let's do it.
Looking forward to that one too.
Ravi says the mullet LOL calm down, bringing back the 80s. Chris says, so Dom wished Eddie would beat him because that's what he was going to do to be an abusive father as well. Quentin says, Dom, what are you talking about? You had it coming. You got into your mom and your sister's face and told your mom to shut up, and father finally punched you.
Right?
Chimmy says, I thought Andrade was a massive main talent WWE held back.
Well, AEW is holding him back too. Everybody holds him back.
Ravi says, can Priest get to the top or is destined to be the jobber pile?
No, he'll never be at the top.
Pico's like, nice.
Too old.
Under Siege with Steven Seagal is on.
Good show.
Chris says Angel Garza needs to come out of irrelevance.
Yes, I like him. And he can pull a promo. Michael Strahan act like he would have played in the USF.
He's like, I totally would have played in this.
Both of those two are Hall of Famers.
Right?
Like legit legends on the defensive line. They're like, well, we would have played in the USFL. Better represent.
Robbie says, so what happened to Buddy Murphy in AEW? He's in House of Black.
Yeah, he wrestles.
Robbie.
He wrestled
They
just
have the
last
Trios
week.
Championships right now.
Kind of a weird name for a pay-per-view. I actually hate it.
It's dumb as fuck.
Stand and Deliver.
Dumb.
Sounds like a UPS commercial.
Sounds like a military commercial. Stand and deliver.
Right?
Okay, buddy. Jimmy says Priest wears a corset.
Yeah.
Nice.
He borrowed it from Rhea. Oh! Bulldog. Damian Priest in there with a man half his size, but more than double his, what do you call that? Experience. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Chris
We're
says,
going up top.
yeah, Garza is nothing near Eddie, but he is the closest thing to him besides this fake Eddie wannabe ex-com Dom. Old com Dom.
Kicks him in the head. Goes to the ropes one more time. Flips out. 1, 2. Looking like Chris Jericho right there. Tell those two grew up together in the 90s in WCW.
Mm-hmm.
Since they wrestle really similar.
That's funny.
Both very undersized and would have never got used in WCW to their full potential.
Robbie says Priest is a fool, to be honest, just another version of Corbin when he wrestles.
He's exactly Corbin. That's who I think of every time I think of him. Size, athleticism, and just gets overlooked no matter what. They just don't have that extra something that makes you special.
Special.
And I feel like they have it, they just don't know how to use it. Like, you have to take it at some point. Like, Corbin's always on TV, but
True.
he just never takes it.
Yeah.
And you do that with your promos, by the way. Oh! Big clothesline. What? Ray loses going into WrestleMania against somebody that shouldn't beat him. No, it's not happening.
Yeah, he would. I guess.
619, damn bitch fine. Not a song.
Nope, I don't.
It's San Diego's area code.
Mm.
Like ours is 208.
Oh.
Idaho.
Yeah, they have another one here now. It's stupid.
I don't know it, so.
Chris says, yeah, honestly, Priest was better in the Ring of Honor as Punishment Martinez.
Yeah, was he fat? He looked like he used to be kind of a fat guy.
Ravi says, D, will we see some stars, quote unquote, get the big boot like test from WWE? I don't know.
Didn't Test die?
Chimmy says Mexicals were
Oh,
awesome.
shit.
I don't even know what that is. Disqualification? That's nice.
So Ray does win.
Strange. On his deadbeat dad from Corey Graves out there. Chris says in ROH he looked like this, but in earlier indies he was fat. There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah, he did look like he used to be fat. Like he's got stretch marks and stuff. Who is it?
Legado del Fantasma. Coming down to save him. Make
Because
sure
they
he
want
can't
to
lose
fight
his
Damien.
mask.
Oh, God, Damien just hit himself.
He's
Good thing
like,
he's a big dude. Remember when Enzo did that? He had to leave, like he was out of wrestling for a while
yeah.
because he headbutted the rope and then it hit his head on the mat.
He got a concussion.
Oh yeah, he got fucked up just by getting thrown into the ropes. Like his head just ricocheted.
You suck. Robbie says, so you think WWE are keeping most of these losers?
I would hope
All
that
the
some of these guys,
losers.
like this tag team here that's in the ring, I hope they leave. I hope Dom leaves, Ray leaves, Hit Row, Bronson Reed, the Pixie, Mia Yim.
Mr. Spaghetti.
But I
Braun
mean, that's who.
Strowman can go away.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done more with
Ali.
Braun, but if they could get his running under control where he doesn't ever run again, I'd be okay with it. It's okay to have big guys. See? Classic example.
Robbie says, D, didn't know you spoke Mexican. LOL. Chimmy says, Escobar looks Middle Eastern, and Chimmy's like Flop Dollar. Does Travis like sick?
I like Escobar. I just want the tag team to leave. They're pointless.
Legado del Fantasma.
Right. As of right now, that Da Vinci or whatever, he could go from Imperium.
Giovanni.
I'm just trying to think of the dead weight, like that just basically are collecting paychecks that'll never amount to anything. And it's okay to have mid-carders. I'm leaving some of the mid-carders because they actually work. Who else? That's just obvious that needs to leave.
Bronson Reed.
Tommaso, I said him already. Tommaso Ciampa, he could go.
Is he even around anymore?
Well, just get rid of him. These guys, both of these guys. The Good Fellers or Good Brothers or whatever.
Books.
We saw you in the poster.
Ah!
That guy.
Dexter could go away.
Dexter could probably leave. But I didn't say Johnny for a reason, because he's all right. So you could put Johnny Wrestling and him together and keep them together.
Mr. Sketty Face. It's Poppy.
Bobby definitely stays.
Poppy. It's Bobby Lashley.
So you're a lock to win. I'll see Friday.
Robbie says, did Mojo Rawley ever get back into wrestling? Oh, God. It's going to be super.
What a great showing.
Chris Akane says, what, Travis? Giovanni Gucci named Vinci leave? He's awesome.
No.
LA Knight and Lashley in the Battle Royal. Chris says,
Hey,
Grid
speak of the
Bros
devil.
are awesome only because the Bullet Club. So team up with Cody and AJ Styles. That would be the WWE Bullet Club. And Chimmy says, that Bronson guy. Thumbs down 3 times.
So he's wrestling on Raw.
What the fuck is happening?
They're trying to push him to a different stratosphere.
Who's he wrestling?
I don't know. That's big, though. What if they're getting ready to do a brand split again thing?
Oh,
A draft.
To draft him somewhere else. Don't they usually do it after WrestleMania?
They usually do it in October
Oh,
when the TV's chan.
definitely after WrestleMania
Yeah, it's
then.
definitely way after, yeah.
I can't remember a lot when we did it last time. I thought it was in the middle of summer. I don't know why.
It was.
Chris
It
says,
was like
here,
September, October. It was right there at the end.
here
Summer.
comes my boy Gunther, a.k.a. Walter. And Robbie says, why are we whispering? Who's whispering? Chimmy's like, Gunther. I don't know what you're talking about on the whispering part, Robbie. Nobody's whispering. Never been before.
Yeah. Commercial time.
Dun, dun, dun,
It's like peanut
dun,
butter
dun.
jelly time.
Is it?
What are you at?
Robbie says, you were D. Was I? Chris says, Roman is not in God mode. He's in fuckboy mode. Ew, gross.
Grab some pruners.
Weird. Robbie says, D, you always seem relaxed when you're watching wrestling. Dude, I am so tired. I don't even care what's on TV.
Why are you tired?
I didn't sleep very good
Why
last
didn't you
night.
sleep?
I don't know. Probably because it was a Sunday and I didn't really have very much time off for a weekend. And Robbie says, stream and comfort. That's what I say. Chris says, can't wait for opening day.
Yeah, what, with 2 days away now? The 30th? First game's going to be the Yankees and the Giants.
Weird combo.
A little bit of a history. The New York Baseball Giants. Actually, it just used to be called the New York Giants. And then the football team was the New York Football Giants.
Weird.
Because baseball was a bigger sport.
Right? Chris says it might go to a minor league opening day game on April 2nd. You should.
Don't hesitate.
Chimmy says, ever see the video when they asked Braun his height, weight, and he got upset?
No, I don't think so. Sounds familiar a little bit, but...
Robbie says, it's a new day. Yes, it is. Should they leave or take a break? Well, I'm pretty sure that
They're definitely taking a
Kofi's
break.
broken.
Kofi had surgery.
Big E broke his neck.
Surgery.
And the other dude,
And Woods is terrible.
Woods, is awful and he can't do anything by himself. He's awful at everything he tries. So I'm not sure how well that would work out for him.
Do you have your Wi-Fi off?
Do I what?
Your Wi-Fi off?
Oh, I probably do because it messes with stuff if I don't, like at work or at
Oh.
Dad's. Because I don't have Wi-Fi at Dad's.
Yeah.
They haven't fixed it yet. The weather hasn't been good enough to call the internet people and say, hey, I don't have fucking internet. Can you fix it? It's been like 4 months.
I'd just not pay it. They'll fix it quick if you're not getting paid.
No, they won't. They won't
Okay.
fix shit.
Well, then they don't get money and they lose a customer. That's fine.
Robbie says, bring back mixed match challenge. Chimmy
Yeah.
says, consequences Creed and TNA Xavier Woods.
They should do it on a different platform, though, because Facebook's kind of boring. They could do it with YouTube. They could do it with Twitter. They could do it with, what's the TikTok? That'd
What?
be kind of fun.
What is it?
Mixed match challenge.
Oh. Is that like something like a trivia thing or something? Or
Oh my
like
God, we
actual...
watched it for years. Well, you didn't. You always left, and then I told you the results. But they had one match after Raw or whatever once a week, and it was a mixed match because it was a male and a female. The first year, Miz and Asuka won it.
Oh, that's right.
The
I
second
kinda
year, I don't
remember.
remember who won, and then the third year, they didn't have because of the pandemic. So it was 18, 19, and then...
Let's see. Chris says, yeah, it's on a YouTube channel called Eric Kravinsky. He did a video of Braun Strowman asking for his weight at the Arnold Classic. Braun declined, but threw a fit. Not surprising. Robbie says, YouTube would be fun. Chimmy says, Luke Gallows also got upset when asked his height. That's funny.
How's the weather up there?
Who gets upset about that?
Well, it's because they're built way taller. Because it's wrestling.
Chris says Roman saying Cody isn't ready. You're right. Bring in replacement, always ready, Matt Cardona. Robbie says, you can't wait for the main event. Yeah, because then it's closer to the show being over. Hello? Duh. Like, where have you been with this shit?
Anybody invested in the Sammy storyline at all anymore?
I don't know. I don't want to hear him talk anymore. This guy. I seriously do not want to hear them talk anymore. They annoy me with their faces and their voices. The best team in WWE. Oh my gosh. Yeah, show all of them.
Under the bridge downtown.
Under the bridge downtown. Ugh,
It's the city of angels.
hair on my face.
Los Angeles.
Chimmy says, remember when Sammy dislocated his shoulder during a fist pump on his Raw debut?
I do not remember that, but that's hilarious.
Robbie says, dig dong. Hello, you idiot.
Ding
Chris
dong.
says, they should have did KO and Zayn versus Imperium. Oh, yeah?
That would be interesting.
But they're having a fight with the Usos. Why would they have a match with...
It's random,
Imperium?
and random is fun. Who is wrestling tonight against, oh boy, Gunther, Walter,
Probably the other one.
Dolph?
Oh, Dolph.
That'll do it.
I thought it was going to be not Butch, but the other guy,
Oh,
Ridge Holland. But maybe they don't want to accidentally break
Break his
Gunther's neck.
Right.
So they're like, maybe we shouldn't do that. That sounds not good. Maybe we better not have them fight. All right, this is probably good. Good idea.
Rich, we're gonna need you to not suplex him, ever. He's got a future. Also, in the Wrestling Hall of Fame,
Dolph?
yes,
He's in Hall of Fame
the
already?
Wrestling Hall of Fame, not WWE Hall of Fame.
Oh, wrestling.
Yeah.
Like actual real stuff.
Yeah, Greco-Roman. Collegiate Hall of Fame. because he was legit All-American. Oh! That's why I was trying to watch it during the last UFC stuff, is because I wanted to see if I knew any of the people,
Oh.
like in the future. Like, oh, I remember him, I remember him.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Danny does that. He watches the championships, that he remembers them, and then he's like, hey, that's the guy that was an All-American a couple years ago, or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool. Was there anybody, or did
I
you
didn't
get to
watch
watch
it.
some of it?
I didn't turn it back on after UFC.
Oh, that's right.
Kind of forgot about it, I think, even though that's where Danny went. We used to go watch it.
Oh.
I might have turned it on. I just don't remember what we did. Probably watched Psych.
I don't remember what we did either. Because it was... Oh, no, McKenna was here. We watched a movie.
Oh, yeah. Forgot she showed up.
What movie did we watch?
Bear.
Nope, that was Sunday.
That was the next
We
one.
watched that Sunday night. Did we watch Saturday night? Maybe we wanted to watch something and she didn't want to. She was playing a video game instead.
Yeah, I think she just played video games all night.
I think she played video games all night that night. And you and I watched something. I don't remember what it was, if it was just a movie or...
Gunther. Watched Gunther highlights all night. We're dedicated
did
to
we?
this. Sorry, buddy. You didn't get up, did you?
No, he's still laying down. He was asleep earlier. He was snoring.
Race to survive.
Shimmy says KO versus Slim Fast. Chris says warm-up match. Ravi says, so would you be happy if Esta won?
I don't care either way on that one. I don't have a horse in that race. I honestly don't care about that one. I don't think Esther's going to lose. How about that? So if Asuka wins, I'll be happy because I'll be surprised. I like to be surprised. But I'm obviously, you can tell by the tone of my voice, I'm not excited for that match.
Chris says Sammy and KO versus Imperium would have been like warm-up match. Or Ravi says Dolph Ziggler. Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Jimmy says, what happened to Cross versus Mysterio? It ended ASAP, no match. So they had to do Mysterio versus Dom.
Yeah, we knew that was coming they've been building that since
5 years
Christmas
ago.
2018.
Yeah. Ravi says, Hall of Fame, what a pointless show. Chris says, Gunther beats Dolph, a former world heavyweight champ. Like a big gold belt champ. Yes. Like real life wrestling champ. Jimmy says, Dolph was on the Spirit Squad. Vindicator says, I kind of wish Walter would have kept on some of his weight to become Gunther. He just looks slightly less imposing now, but his wrestling skills make up for it.
Right, that's what I was saying. He needs to like bulk up, like work out with Sheamus or something and take some juice. Because I'm sure he took juice to get skinny.
Right.
So just take more and get bigger. Like fill out.
Right.
I don't know how old he is, but you can fill out as a man till you're like 50. If you take the right stuff.
Right. Robbie says, so does H need to fix this shit show?
Yes. Something has to be done with Raw. And they're doing some really good stuff into that third hour, which they never do. But they had Sammy and Kevin. Now they got Gunther. And they're going to have Cody in the main event against Solo. Mm-hmm. Like they're doing some good stuff in that third hour. And it still feels hard to watch.
Yeah, I know. It's sad. Robbie says Esta is underwhelming, but people think she's better than sliced bread. I don't know who those people are. Chris says maybe at Mania, Asuka should go darker entrance and character, because right now she is just wearing clown makeup, not scary.
Yeah, she is a clown. That's half
Jimmy
of her
says
problem.
Medusa said she wants one last match in WWE.
Isn't she in prison? Or is that a different girl?
Medusa?
Oh, wait, never mind. Medusa. That's a different girl.
Okay. I'm like,
That's Sunny that I was thinking of.
yes, Sunny is the one I've heard that's in jail.
Isn't Medusa Sunny? I think they were just in different companies. I'd have to look that up. But I see Medusa.
Chris says that's Sunny.
Yeah,
That's in
okay.
prison. Well, there you go. There's your answer.
I'm
Thanks,
like,
Chris.
isn't that the same person?
Jimmy, she'll get her last match all right in prison.
With a guard. Oh!
Feasting. Chris says Medusa's working at backstage in NXT last time saw her. So Medusa and Sunny aren't the same person? Medusa's a different person? I don't understand. You guys are confusing. Robbie says, was it better idea for Zelina Vega to be a manager? Yes.
Yes.
And have maybe a match here and there with some wrestling.
Was that
It's
the
fine.
worst ending of a match ever? I think he botched it. And he, like, set him down all nice.
Yeah.
Watch him.
Maybe he hurt him.
See, that one was soft. But then this next move that he does. See, maybe he is injured because he's talking to him. But watch. See, and then the referee just told him. Now watch how he does this.
Maybe he kind of got hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because watch this.
Yeah.
He set him down.
I think he got hurt. Yeah, maybe something got hurt.
5:48. Yeah, because he asked him, and then he said something, and then Gunther looked at the referee, and the referee told him, so then he just laid him down.
Wonder if he was
And
just
he's
kind of
still
got his
talking to him.
breath knocked out of him or something.
his bell rung. A concussion is what we call it.
This is your fate.
Have you ever seen Captain America: The First Avenger?
Mm-hmm.
You know the bad guy?
Yeah.
Red face, sort of.
Mm-hmm. He does.
That's who that reminds me of.
Because he's gotten so skinny in his face and stuff, yeah.
Drew Mack. Sheamus.
Robbie says, was it better? Oh, I read that. Medusa was Alundra Blaze back in the E. I don't know who that is.
Nothing's ringing a bell.
Robbie says he didn't want to break his back, LOL. Chris says, yes, Medusa was a blonde in WWF, but she was also known as Alundra Blaze, but in WCW, she was called Medusa. Robbie says, Ra, the tall man with the big ears, won, and Piccola says she threw away the WWF title in the trash on an episode of Nitro.
Okay, I remember her.
Piccola says also Gunther is 35.
Yeah, so he's got a good 10 years of lifting that he could get pretty damn big.
Mm-hmm. Go work out with Bobby.
Go work out with
Go
The
work
Rock.
out with
yeah.
Sheamus, The Rock, Bobby, Drew, any of them.
Cody coming out first?
Put some weight on yourself.
Solo.
It's kind of weird, I guess.
What is it?
Him coming out first, but
Yeah. Well,
Robbie says he looks older than me, laughing, and Picole's like, avoid working out with jacked Joey Janela.
yeah, don't lift with him.
He's weird. Piccolo says he'd just be embarrassed.
Yeah, don't lift with the Young Bucks.
Right?
Pick your lifting partners wisely.
Joey Janela. Silly.
You know he was with Penelope Ford first?
He was?
Yeah.
Cody?
No. Joey Janela.
Oh, yeah, I
And then-
remember them talking about that, and then they had a...
Falling
Really?
out, and then she went with Kip Sabian. It's like, at least...
Well, at least she upgraded a
Yeah.
little. I mean, you know, he's still weird,
but
but
I mean,
he's not
how
as weird as that
horrible
one.
is her self-esteem to date Joey Janela?
Terrible.
Unless that dude is funnier than The Rock.
I don't think that's a funny type
Like,
of thing.
he better be like what's the guy that acts with The Rock all the time? That little guy,
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Not only that, but he better like be like extra like super nice. But he, you know, he's not. You know, he's a douche.
I don't think
He's
could be.
totally a douche. Like a douche, but he's like a funny douche. Not enough to keep anybody around. Piccolo was telling you a good one, Travis, with the working out with the Bucks. Embarrassment.
Right.
Piccola says Jim Cornette calls her Penelope Pit Stop. But she's married to Kip Sabian now. So, not really a pit stop anymore. Robbie says, yes, I always have the urge to tap the ground before I carry on walking.
Yeah,
Don't
right?
we all? I do that sometimes when I really want to make an impression on people.
Solo Sequoia. Sokoa.
Sorry, buddy.
After that huge pop from the crowd, they're all quiet now.
It's like, hey, who's this guy? But just kidding.
He was born in Las Vegas. It's weird. But I guess his dad could have lived there. I don't know.
Where are the other two born at?
I thought they were from Florida, like Roman.
I never listened to him, I guess.
But Roman's a cousin.
Yeah, but they were all brothers, so, they could have been born in different places.
Mm-hmm, it happened.
He could have been born in Las Vegas, Nevada. Maybe he lives there now. We don't know. I don't know. You don't know. Maybe his wife works there.
You better ask somebody.
Isn't she like a, whatchamacallit lady?
Pretty.
Yeah, doesn't she do like the dancing stuff or something in Vegas? One of the dancing girls
I doubt it.
on the pole?
Holy shit. No.
Robbie's like, D, I knew there was something special about you and tapping floors. Chimmy says bootleg Umaga. Chris says, LOL, if Sonia wins Money in the Bank in England, the crowd would be so loud and start singing the Cruella de Vil song. UK known for their loud chants.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're fun to watch.
Piccolo says the Usos were born in San Diego. See?
San Diego.
They were born in a whale's vagina.
Discovered by the Germans in 1908.
Just saying. Whale's vagina. Piccolo says, because Rikishi lived in Cali before settling in Pensacola. Robbie says, should everyone own a rice cooker? Yes. You should all
After
own
you
rice
cook it,
cookers.
refrigerate it for 24 hours.
Then make it into stir-fried
And then
rice.
make it into anything you
and
want.
it's even better.
And you will be a very healthy human being. It's got resistant starch in it.
Stir-fried rice is yum. Pickle's like, you're damn right that everyone should own a rice cooker. Yes, everybody should own a rice cooker. A good rice cooker.
One that's straight from Japan.
Yes, like mine. I don't know if it's straight from Japan, but it is a Japanese rice cooker. I love that thing. I just don't do a lot of stuff with it. I should.
Do you have your old one? We should get rid of that.
Yes. That little white one up there?
Yeah.
Yes. You know those things are good for just putting stuff in it and just heating things up in it? You don't have to, you cook rice in it. It's almost like having, a little,
Dip heater.
yeah, or slow cooker thing, whatever.
Crock.
Crock pot, but not really a crock pot. Pickle's like, we have maybe 4. I don't know why. Right? Who knows? 4 of them, You get one, you're like, nah, I'll use this one for this. This one when company comes over. Just kidding. Chris says, can ASCAP Moss leave as well, Travis? Can he take Emma with him?
So,
when
I
he
forgot about
leaves?
Emma. Emma could leave also. But no, I think Madcap needs to stick around. They need some mid-card guys. Can't just get rid of everybody.
Just get rid of all of them. Just get rid of
He's
wrestling.
a bigger type. So when you bring people in, he's kind of a higher mid-card guy. And so he looks legit.
Ravi says, but Jamie Oliver butcher fried rice. He fried his spring onions and didn't use a wok and added chili jam, then added a little water to it. Talk about killing food. Why would he fry the spring onions? That's weird. I've never seen that before.
Why wouldn't you fry onions?
Spring onions are like those green onions I get. You don't really fry
tube
them.
ones?
Like the round
They're
green
tubes?
ones.
Yeah.
The tubes. Those are spring onions.
They called anything else? Because that doesn't sound familiar.
I call them green onions. I've always called them green onions. People call them spring onions. I've just called them green onions.
Are they onions just young, immature?
Not really. They're just a
Oh,
different
okay.
type of
Okay, I
onion.
was just wondering.
No, they're a specific type of onion.
Here it is, guys.
Chris says, I think
That's your main
WWE is
event.
interested in signing Brian Cage and even Wardlow, considering their poor booking of them.
I'd like to see Wardlow in WWE. Brian
Bobby
Cage
says,
is
D, I
like
will
a...
send you Uncle Roger's reacting to him doing it wrong. It's so funny. I've seen a lot of Uncle Roger's stuff of watching people make fried rice. And I think he's kind of mean about it in some cases, because some people make fried rice just fine. They just don't have a wok, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not everybody has 500 different
Tools.
pans like I do to make stuff.
Cody is a smart human being.
Is he smart?
I don't know if people are smart anymore because there's no such thing as common sense.
I know. It's really sad. People are dumb.
Like, common sense isn't common anymore.
No,
and
it's
I'm
not.
not just
It's
saying
sad.
that. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, people don't have common sense or common courtesy. Common courtesy and common sense do not exist in most cases.
Courtesy is normal for it to leave. It's just the generational thing.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about like respect, like people. I'm just talking about being courteous. There's
Like opening doors for
it
women.
literally takes no effort on your part to be a courteous human. No effort, absolutely none. But they aren't. They can't. They take more effort to be a nasty person
Right.
and be just rude and mean about stuff rather than just having common courtesy towards
Cody's
people.
back into the ring, going after his leg. Is that what he's doing here?
Yeah,
Solo
it's like,
catches
oh
in
no,
belly to
give him a
belly.
big hug.
That's my favorite type of wrestling right there. Suplex.
Oh, Piccolo says, nah, walks are nice, but almost like iron cast skillets, they can be high maintenance. Yeah. And it depends on the walk you get, right? Like, I thought I had a good one, and then I somehow ruined it, and I couldn't get it to come back from it. And so I ended up having to throw it away and do a different one, and I haven't used it because I'm scared I'm going to ruin it too, because that's just how it go. But I loved my walk. I loved making stir fry in it. So now I just use a really big 14-inch deep pan instead.
Solo getting beat.
Vindicator says, so even though this Cody versus Solo match is better than half the Mania card, I know it's only to set up Bloodline versus Cody, Kevin, and Sami on SmackDown. So you guys take care. I'll see you on
Woo,
Wednesday
Cody
for
flies
Dynamite.
through. Gets
Later,
caught,
Gators.
up, down. Slammed through the
Bye,
table.
Vin. We'll see you on Wednesday, Vindicator. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Really appreciate it. Good to see ya.
Woo. See you on
Hope you
Wednesday.
had a good start to your week. As much as possible. See how much Cody can take.
He can't take any more.
What happened to his eyes? Did he get scratched in his eyeballs?
Don't know.
Oh. Sweat getting in his eyeballs?
Maybe a little bit.
That's not
not normal.
Pickle says, see ya, Vin. That's not normal.
Yeah, that's not normal at all.
Not normal at all.
Soccer on Peacock.
Peacock soccer. Peacock. 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 It's the Premier League.
Yeah, that's the better teams. And if you don't make the Premier League, you're in the lower league. But if you win the lower league, you get moved into the Premier League.
Oh, is that how it works?
It does.
Chris says they basically have all the OG leaders of Bullet Club. Styles, Cody, Finn, Good Brothers. They just need Omega and Bucks. How about no?
Get the Omega in there, and then whatever that guy's name is, that Jay White, bring him in. And just put them all together. Make them a group, a little faction.
Pico says, and Fale, Filet. Don't forget him. Who? Fale? Fale. Robbie's like, bring the broomstick girls. Fire.
Right? The cheerleaders for the What are they called? Jacksonville Jags.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see. Broomstick girls. The sweeps. The clean sweeps.
Clean sweeps. It's not a Harry Potter thing.
It is.
Chris says, yeah, bad luck Fale. He was another in Bullet Club.
No big deal. Just something he's been working on.
Yeah, totally worked on it.
A lot of people don't realize that about him.
Oh, thanks, Picola, for helping me pronounce it correctly since I have no idea who the fuck you guys are talking about. Picola says, bad luck fall I. Fall I? Like I? Like A-Y-E? I? Fall I? Fall I? There you are, D. Thank you. Chris says, hopefully my Astros can make some clean sweeps this year. Vindicator's like, see you in 40, Picola. Or as Dalitha might say, bye, bitch. Ravi's like, do you sing when you clean your house? No. The only time I ever do that is if Travis decides to put music on, and then I might, but most of the time I don't. I usually clean in silence because I'm a psychopath. Jaco Robertson in the chat for a minute says morning. And
Good
Chris
morning.
says, and don't forget about the Tokyo pimp, Juhiro Takahashi, also in Bullet Club.
Lots of Bullet Club members.
And Chris also says, and don't forget about the Gorillas of Destiny, also a tag team in Bullet Club. And Robbie says, oh, D, you're a cod. So funny.
You're a fish.
Hilarious.
You're a fish. Is that what a cod is?
No, a card.
Oh, a card.
Not a cod or a cad. A card. Jacob says The Rock must help the Cody to win the disputed championship and Universal stuff at WrestleMania 39.
That would be interesting. I would like to see that. The Rock show up right there at the end.
The Rock helps Cody win it and then beats the crap out of Roman.
Just
Gives him a good spanking.
his music hits. Roman
Puts him over the ropes and just spanks the shit out of him. That'd be hilarious.
I'll show you a tribal chief. Smack.
He gets out the old paddle. He's like, you want to be the tribal chief, you little bitch? You want to be the tribal chief? He's like, all right, you can be the tribal chief. Make sure that you get initiated into that shit. The Smo Spike. Get the Samoan Spikles. Jaco's like, Cody Rhodes will be the new family. Pickle says, when I clean the kitchen, it's some old school rap or Bobby Brown, the Gap Band. Something upbeat.
I'm with you.
Travis listens to stuff like that too. Sometimes if he's nice, he'll put on 90s alternative, and then I'm like, oh, this is cool. But most of the time, I will clean in silence. If anything, I probably should just put on like murder podcasts, and I'd probably be a happy camper.
Training video.
Cleaning while I'm listening to murder podcasts. Who wouldn't want to do that? Knives and shit. Robbie's like, D, if you were the chat of Joe to Best, you would make some of them crew lose their mind.
Oh, I'm sure.
Why?
Just a different style. More positive and...
Why would... What? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, it does. You would offend everybody.
Sweet. It's my goal in life. Jacob says Cody Rhodes will be the Rock family. And Pickle's like, there you go. Priceless. Priceless.
You got to do more, Cody.
Yeah, more.
You've got to beat him clean.
You got to do
Or
more.
it's just dumb.
You've got to get that out there. Do more. Get more. Get him. Attack him. Get on his back. Get him. I was like, D, they are too sensitive on that chat. Oh. So what you're saying is I would get banned.
Oh, there it is. Is he going to do two?
Robbie says, the cutter. LOL. Solo's like, I don't know how to do it. Come on. Don't just cry about it. Like, oh, you want to try to pin me? Okay, we'll pretend. Oh, look, I got my foot up on the rope. Chris says, nah, D. If you go on the Joe Cronin show and rant, the fans would love your rants. They are similar to his, and they have no filter over there. Okay. Jacob says the Rock and Cody Rhodes will be new borders.
Brothers?
They're going to be the brothers? That's nice.
I don't know.
Robbie's like, D, keep the rants coming. The vibe is great. Dude, I'm so tired. And there's like 4 minutes left of this stuff. This is what you want to see? I'm going to kill him. Murder! Murder was the name that they gave him. But he left. He left. He left. He moved. He disappeared out of the area. It was sad, and nobody liked it. Pickle's like, that's why I left the girl from St. Louis. Rambles. She's nice, but it PG-13 over there.
Yeah, there are different chats that do have different standards. We don't have a standard.
I don't have standards of anything. I don't really care what you do.
And every
with
once in a
yourself.
while, porn comes in here and we say hi.
Yeah, porn! Yeah. Oh. What? Just kidding.
Well, it looks like Cody
It's
can't
fine
get
if
it
they say
done.
hi, but what happens is that
Another
they
Cody
spam
cutter.
the chat. I don't like that. Like, you can come in and, you know, say hi about your porn, but don't spam your porn. That's just not cool.
They're
Hey,
not,
it's the
they're not
Uso
going to have
morons.
Cody win. That's fucking stupid.
Really?
It's just stupid.
Where's that KO and Sammy? They should be out there taking care of those little fuck faces,
Well,
right?
since he put them back together, he was matchmaker.
They should be right there taking them on.
He needed to win this clean.
He does need to win it clean.
I mean, Cody's going to win, whether it's disqualification, but he needed to win it clean with no interference.
Right? Boop, boop, where are you going? There they are. That's who we want to see. Yeah. Oh, baby, what are you doing? Oh, good boy. Make sure you show. Oh, your claws. I feel them. Nice claws. Hey, 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 hey. You're nice.
What's going on?
Look on my hand.
Why aren't they showing what's happening in the ring? So why Solo's not looking? There we go. Missed it.
Oh, my hand.
Crossroads.
Turd.
Is he going to do it with just one? He won it with just one. That's weird.
Well, he was really tired.
12:55.
I was like, oh, D, you got more energy. That condom in a match. And Robbie says, D, you set the bar so high. I was like, there you go. This is Hulk Hogan versus Bobby Lashley, WrestleMania 39. Yeah, let's get old ass Hulk Hogan in there.
You can't fill his bottom half.
Robbie says, Paul Heyman's sitting a brick. Yeah, he's sitting on a brick, all right. Sitting a brick. I think he meant shitting a brick, but, you know, hey, there's that too, sitting on a brick.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Is it a thing? Here's the replay of what he almost got.
People have sitting on bricks before.
He thought he was going to get the Samoan spike, but he didn't.
Missed it.
He missed it, and then he got tackled with a whatchamacallit.
This Saturday and Sunday. Wonder what night that'll be on.
Oh my god, I think it's going to be on the first day at the very beginning. They're going to open the show with it.
Mid-card. First day.
Yeah. Ravi, why don't you tell me how it feels, because I'm pretty sure you know how to sit on bricks. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight on this lovely Monday of WrestleMania go-home show of Raw. Yay.
It is. We got one more show before Mania.
Yeah, but we're going to be back again
Well,
on
we'll be here
Wednesday,
twice.
not for a WWE showing. It'll be for AEW Dynamite. So we'll be back then and do stuff.
Be there, don't be square.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we appreciate it. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thanks, guys. Bye.